double check. I'll see if everything looks good. And yeah, it looks like we're all connected there. All right, Ark, can you please say hi? Say hi for me.
No.
Thank you, Ark and Sin. And Liz, can you say hi?
Hello?
I think we're looking good.
There we go.
All right, let me just
I
double
know
check
it
on
was
the chat.
muted
Yeah.
somewhere. Hello, hi everyone.
Can you guys hear
I'm sure you can hear everyone.
everyone?
We're all just prepping stuff, but we're about to start.
Everyone is super. Look at this just pile of cuties on stream right here. We've got like everyone's little reactive PNGs.
I've let everyone's
looks
little
adorable.
PNGs up yet. Let me turn Kup off for a second. Hi, we're about to draw some FAKEMON, which should be a good time. I'm sure Kup will explain it at the start of stream. We might head over. We might move over to the other screen. What? Yeah. We're all good to go.
Hi, Sin's channel. Hi, Ark's channel. Hi, everyone.
Look, there they are.
I'm making sure. I need confirmation from my chat. I need confirmation that they can hear everyone, or I'm not
Let me
doing,
know if
or I'm
anyone's
not
too
doing
loud. I can
anything.
turn people down.
Hi, Choco. Hi, Reverse. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear everyone? Ark, say hi again.
Hi.
Can you guys hear
It's
that?
weird to stream at this time of day.
Hello.
I know that I can hear
Hello,
Ark and Sin.
everyone.
Good. And Choco says Choco can't hear me, but I know
thank
Choco.
you for the follow.
I know Choco can hear me. Okay, well, looks like we're good. Hi, yeah, we're live.
Yeah, make sure I have everyone's dreams.
That's awesome. All right, so there was scuff right at the start, and it was because of me. It was my fault. But everyone else, hello, Ketchup. Hi, welcome on back. So everyone else was all good to go, and thank you all for joining me. Thank you very much, Ark, Sin, and Liz, for joining me on this FAKEMON drawing collab. I have explained to all of us what's been going on, but I will explain to all of your channels and chats and everything what's going to be happening once again too.
Yeah.
And so what we are doing here today is a fun idea that I came up with for like these kind of art collabs. I invite some artist friends onto the stream, and our goal is to be designing brand new FAKEMON designs. And how do we do that? We're going to let the chats, any of our chats or channels, to give us just recommendations for animals. The chat will just be able to spam whatever animals that they want us to see draw. And then we use a random picker wheel, which I have with a bunch of Pokemon types on it. And we each have to combine that animal with the random Pokemon type that we get picked. We will start out, we'll each have 15 minutes. Like, we're going to all be drawing on the same canvas. This canvas here, this magma.io canvas, all of us are able to draw on the same thing. I'm going to be down here. Y'all have your own little corners that you're going to be drawing on. And we are going to all be drawing the same animal and the same types at first. And we each have 15 minutes at the same time. As we progress, like, we'll probably be able to do 3 or 4 rounds of this and like chatting and talking about the designs in between. And then, like, you know, we can get more complicated as we go. If we want, we can start doing dual types and start doing 2 types at random. We can all get our own individual types that are different from each other. And it's really fun to see everyone's different designs that we all come up with based on the same animal, all like these different designs. It always ends up pretty cool, and we can even like download and save these pictures after we're done. So as far as like Pokemon drawing, or, you know, using Magma or this program or this kind of thing, like, Ark, have you Ark, have you drawn a lot of Pokemon, or at least on stream, have you drawn a lot of Pokemon?
I like to play a game with my chat sometimes where they give me a Pokemon and I have to draw it from memory, and
That's a good
depending
one.
on what it is, it can turn out kind of scuffed.
That's a good one. Luckily, this one, you don't need to remember anything except maybe what an animal looks like, but feel free to look up references while you guys are looking. Like, if they give us like a platypus or something and you don't know how to draw that, then feel free to just look up pictures of platypus. And Sin and Liz, you guys do something like, was it every week on your channel?
Every second week.
Every second week. Do you guys want to explain what it is, what the cool thing that you guys do is?
Yeah, sure. So we do a stream every second Sunday on my channel called Sip Snap Sketch, it was based after the premise of a sip and paint.
Hmm.
So I have a little wine, and then
Perfect.
we play through a level of Pokemon Snap. I stamp up a bunch of pictures of Pokemon, and then I let chat vote on which one they like the best, and then we draw a picture of that one based on the photo that we took. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
And that one, like Liz, you usually participate in those drawings too, right?
Yeah. It's
And
a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you guys like the Pokemon Snap? It's always like the worst part of that one is always when the picture that I want to be drawn does not get voted for, and no matter how many times I vote, the chat goes with the other one. But I can't blame any of you guys. I can't blame that for that. Even if the really fun Pokemon that I thought was cool isn't going to get drawn. But you guys have plenty of experience drawing Pokemon stuff with that then.
Yeah.
And I started launching into the like Pokemon and the actual rules for the collab, but we still haven't even done like actual intros. I suppose we should probably actually say, hi, my name is so and so. I'm a so and so VTuber too, so that people know what we're all about. Are you guys cool with doing that, even if it's a little late?
Oh yeah, opening spiels.
Yeah. So why don't I start, and then I'll like call on you guys, and you can do something that sort of explain who you are or what you like. If you stream, then you know what kind of avatar you have. We'll do pronouns too. So for example, my name is Kup Goodle, he, him. I'm a sentient cup of noodles VTuber. Who the fuck is Kup Goodle? I'm telling you right now, Jam. You know me, Jam. And I like doing art, I like doing games, and I like doing music on my channel. So those are the three things that you're going to get a lot of on that. I'm a cup noodle fairy who delivers cup noodles around the world to all the precious boys and girls. So, Liz, who are you?
It's beautiful.
Hi, I'm Liz. He, him. A celestial being from beyond the stars. I don't really stream at the moment, but I do a live 2D rigging. I rigged Sin's model.
Ooh, that's some good. That's some good rigging.
Yeah, it's yeah, just learning that, and yeah.
Hell yeah. Sin, who are you besides someone with an excellently rigged model?
I do have a very excellently rigged model. Hi everyone, I'm Boysenberry, more commonly known as Sin. I am a streamer.
Whoa.
I know. Big brain. I am a visual novel secret route character who got bored because no one ever does my route. I'm so well hidden. So I became a VTuber so I can hang out with people. Like this.
Now the secret's out. Now it's not. Now it's main route.
Yeah. I'm heavily sought after now.
And last but not least, Ark. Who the heck are you?
Hi, my name is Arktrys. A lot of people like to call me Ark for short. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a wish-granting truck driver VTuber, but also a part-time artist. Most of the time, my streams do involve art. I love just doing anime art and art games, and sometimes if I'm feeling like a real gamer, I'll actually open up Steam and choose a game to play.
Now, you don't mind me asking, are there any recent wishes that you've actually granted?
I did recently have someone that wanted to have a better
So
life.
cute.
But they accidentally got sent to a different world with a skill that made them get better at
truck driver,
cooking.
I see. A truck driver, I see.
So they got a more exciting life, just not. It didn't even end up in the way that I anticipated. I thought they'd end up to be like a hero and stuff, but they just go around with like a big wolf character making lots of delicious looking food.
Does there happen to be a secret root character in that new world where you said someone? Does that secret root character happen to be a cat girl?
Aliens get sent to all kinds of worlds. I'm sure there's one that involves a visual novel world too.
I once made a joke
The crossover we didn't know about.
if you in modern day just like woke up one morning out in the middle of nowhere with no phone, no nothing, just like your regular clothes out in the middle of nowhere. For America, it'd be like in the middle of Montana. For Australia, it'd just be somewhere in the middle of the outback. Like, how long would it take you to realize you have not, in fact, been isekai'd and you are just actually just somewhere out in the middle of nowhere? I feel like if an American suddenly woke up one day in the middle of the outback, they might think that they were actually isekai'd.
Well,
That's
I'd
really
be
true.
very curious from our non-American collaborators. If you were isekai'd to any state in the U.S., which state would you least want to be isekai'd to?
Oh.
Oh.
So this is bash on specific United State hour.
Yep.
This is bash on single state hour.
Florida's the correct answer, right? There's
It's
one
usually
right
the correct
answer.
answer.
There is
told
one
you
other
that.
state I
There.
put
I wouldn't wanna
above
go.
Florida.
Thank you guys for the raid. Thank you, Jack. Come on in. You guys made it just in time for the start of the FAKEMON collab.
Welcome,
welcome.
welcome.
We got a friend of mine, Pumpkin Ruler Jack, and coming on in with a raid. What's up, everyone? Reverse says fuck Arkansas, but we could say fuck a lot of states, and I'm sure it would be correct for various reasons.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
would
gonna.
say
Some people say Ohio. I'm not gonna
yeah.
just be here and just be like, yeah, let's just fucking bash some individual state. Fuck them.
I'll bash Ohio. They deserve it. I'm
Okay,
teasing.
fine.
I'm teasing.
I got friends in Ohio who also would agree with you. But hi everyone. Hi Melody. What's up? Thank you for raiding in. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Who else is in there? Thank you, Day. So you guys, we have some lovely guests with us here today. We're going to be designing some FAKEMON based on chat suggestions. So anyone who wants to come on in, hang out, give us suggestions for animals and stuff. Let me give a shout out to Jack as well, since you are coming in. And other than that, are there any other like questions or anyone thing that you guys have, or are you guys ready to kind of jump into the first round of FAKEMON drawing?
I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
All right. In that case, it's up to the chats now. Hey, all you raiders. Hey, everyone who's coming in. Hey, anyone in any of our chats, go ahead and just spam out whatever animal or object you want. Objects are allowed if you wanted to make it a ring of keys or say something like that, an ice cream cone. But any sort of animal, preferably, or any sort of object that you guys want to see us turn into a fake Pokemon, then just say whatever you want. We'll speak out what people are saying. We'll choose one between us. I got some bugs. I've got
A lot of
bees.
insects.
Yeah, I've got bees, mosquitoes, wolf spiders. I see a quokka. That's a cute one. A skink.
A skink?
Mmm.
Oh.
Skink is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Ostrich. I love the new ostrich Pokemon from Scarlet Violet is one of my favorite new designs. I love that ostrich.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys played Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah, I'm just nodding my head like, yes, the ostrich.
Yeah, we totally see that. I can move your PNG up and down on screen to mimic the head nodding. That's a flamingo. No, there's both a flamingo and an ostrich.
No,
An
I haven't
ant.
gotten Scarlet and Violet. I was waiting for all the bugs to get worked out, but I
Aslan,
don't know if that'll happen.
Hiya.
And no, I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna be making new DLC
We're doing some
before
drawing
they
today.
fix the original game.
Like, we're just picking an animal to base
Capybara.
off
We
Fakemon
actually
on.
did a
If anyone has
capybara
any
last
suggestions,
time,
feel free to
Choco.
shout them out.
We got dragon type capybaras.
Welcome. I'm here with Kup
Ooh.
and Arktrys and Liz today.
I kind of like
We're doing
the
some
idea of a
drawing
skink.
together.
How do you guys feel about a skink? If you
Okay.
guys see any in your chats too that you like the sound of, feel free to name them out.
I think most of my
I'm loving
chat is
skink.
asleep at this hour.
Yeah. I'm so outside my normal streaming hours.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but thank you all for
No, it's
joining
fine.
at this time.
It's
I like
nice
the
to
person that said a Honda
something
Civic.
different.
Yeah, a Honda
Honda
Civic.
Civic.
We got a kangaroo. We can do a kangaroo at second time. See how good the Aussies are at actually drawing kangaroos.
Oh god, no.
You'll be made fun of if you do it badly. That would be like
Yeah,
you could make fun of us Americans if we draw guns badly. So I think I want to go with skink.
I do like skink.
I'll need to remind myself what skinks look like. And mostly
let
just
me
I'm
Google
just thinking,
skink
picturing
real
like a
quick.
gecko in my mind, but like a big sausage one. And
These
so
little guys.
next
Oh, they're so
I
cute.
take out this wheel here, which I can screen share if you guys want to see. We got here, and should be this one, something like let me put that out.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day.
And
This
we
is so
should
outside my
have,
normal
where is,
streaming
oh,
hours.
someone just followed. Hold on one sec. I gotta go. I gotta give them a little shout out song.
Shoot.
Hey, puppet, hey.
Sugar
How
Owie?
you doing on this fine
Thank you
day?
so much for the follow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glad you made it to the stream somehow. I don't know what you are doing, but we are drawing FAKEMON together with my friends here who are really good artists now.
Perfectly timed. With
Thank you
Cup's
so
song.
much. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy this.
Choco, perfect.
So,
Thank you.
Let me,
I'm sorry.
Let
I'm
me
so
just
bad
try
with names.
and get this wheel of names up. It's not
Your emote's
magma
very
that's up.
cute.
It is
So cute.
wheel of names, random color picker. There we go. So we've got this wheel right here that we can use to see. Let me alt this so you can make it a little bit better. And would you guys like me to also share it on Discord so that you guys can see what the wheel is picking?
That's okay. I can see.
Yeah.
You can see it? Yeah, Song Puppet, yeah. Came from the radio. Well, I'm glad that you joined us. All right, so time for us to pick our first Pokemon type, and we can veto this if you guys are just like, nah, this is boring. I don't want to do this. So let's go. Let's see what we're drawing a skink as.
He's spinning the wheel.
Ooh, this is good. A misspelled dark type. So we got Derek type.
Derek skink.
A
Drawing
Derek
a
skink.
skink as a Derek.
So we're drawing a dark type skink Pokemon. That's real interesting. I really like that.
Yeah, I like that.
So let me just, I'm gonna try and
Oh, thank you for the follow.
A dark skink. A
Welcome.
dork type.
everyone, if you guys aren't already, I love Ark's channel. I love Sin's channel. You'll see you'll see Liz over on Sin's channel as well. Liz, you said you don't stream right now, right?
Yeah.
And so, but if you guys are, oh wait, was there a butt in there?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I usually mod for Sin's channel, so.
So you'll definitely see Liz over on Sin's channel a bit.
We're working on
And
it.
if you guys are not following them already,
dark
then
poison
definitely
rogue
go
lizard?
on
Oh,
over
that's
their
pretty good.
channels. They their names are in the title, so you'll be able to find them there and show them the love that I also love giving them because their channels are awesome. So I need to look up what a skink looks like, but skink, oh yeah, like a long, like almost
Papadooey,
snake-like
thank you for the
lizard.
follow. Welcome,
There's
welcome.
some bigger ones that are big
Thank you
sausages.
for the
There are
follow.
some thin ones. You guys can pick which type of skinks you like. They're basically just lizards. Basically, just
Yeah.
those. That shouldn't
I
be
was
too
thinking
hard.
of like
They're
the
just
little,
skinny little
the
guys.
skinny little ones.
Skinny little lizards.
Yeah, little garden
cute.
skinks.
I kind of
How
like
am I
the
gonna
really
tell it as a
big
Derek?
ones. Isn't
Yeah,
did
big
any of
ones.
you guys see the
I think I've got to change the push talk button.
YouTube video, TikTok, whatever it was, Vine about Pepperoni, who I think was like a blue-tongued skink, and it was someone's pet who just fucking loved this skink so much with all their heart, and it was like Pepperoni, the skink's birthday, and they were giving them a bunch of like veggies and like ground beef and stuff to eat. And they're just like,
That's so
Pepperoni, I love you. Pepperoni, it's your birthday.
Oh.
it's just this person who loves
So
their skink
cute.
pepperoni. Yeah. I always think of pepperoni. So don't start just yet on it. I'm going to put a timer for 15 minutes on my phone. And we will, what you guys can do if you want, is what the chat kind of likes is when we zoom in on just our corner and then reveal everyone's at the end. You can do that if you like. I normally wouldn't do that, but that seemed to become what a lot of people enjoyed.
Oh.
And so if you want to just sort of zoom in on your corner
Would it be
Feel
good to draw those quadrants then, so I don't draw into someone else's area while I'm zoomed in?
feel free to if you'd like. I usually don't rely on them, but feel free to draw little quadrants
Alright,
if you
I'll
want.
zoom in.
And
Let's see.
in the bottom, the very, very
I'm probably in
bottom
the right
left
spot.
of your screen is like next to the percentage that you're zoomed in. If you guys have windows like this open that show different canvases, you can click this little bottom left picture to get rid of those to make your canvas a little bit bigger.
Oh. I didn't realize. Thank you.
All right, so I'm just going to
Ah.
zoom in on this bottom right corner.
That's better.
And
trying to
we
work out how
have
to cut it
15
earlier.
minutes starting now to draw a dark type skink, whatever you guys imagine a dark type skink to be.
Alright.
Better be drawing frogs. We already drew frogs.
Alright.
I'm also doing
I have
art
an
personally,
idea.
but
I
have been
think I
inspired to
want-
do one of them spider sonas. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, reverse.
I want it to be like a choker.
Back to VTM.
Like,
Enjoy VTM space.
he's just a little
Can't
guy that
find
you can
Elf
put
Channel.
around your
I don't
neck.
believe
It has, like,
I don't
spikes
believe
on
Liz
him.
streams right now, but you'll be able to find the other two's channels. Unless they are hidden. Unless you guys have hidden your channels. In which case that's valid. You can make a treasure map that we all
Thank
follow.
you for the follow.
Great Melody, thank you so much for the
Try and
follow.
get.
Welcome, welcome.
Now you need to find 14 gems of this type and then take 14 steps on this
Okay.
direction.
Let's get him. He's got like a sharp nose.
All right, let's
'cause
draw a dark type skink.
Is it gonna be my eraser? Okay, good.
Get my picture.
I'm glad that
reference
all
of a
the-
skink.
The buttons are all the same.
Where is this?
I should have practiced in this first, but I didn't get to it.
Like this. All right, a dark type. I want some sort of. No, I was gonna make him a smoker and be like, nah, that don't make sense. Oh wait, is it... All right, this is definitely being influenced by a recent movie that I watched.
What is a skink? A skink is like a little skinny lizard. Just a little skinny guy.
It's definitely being influenced by a recent movie that I watched.
So I think
Drawing with a tablet again is so strange.
we'll put
Instead
we'll
of the
put his
iPad.
arms like tucked
Yeah.
in. Let me move this canvas over a bit. Let's get him over here. There we go.
Here.
So he tucks his little
and we can
hands
make
in. So he makes a nice necklace. This is a Pokemon that you can accessorize with.
Oh, that's even better. That's a different idea, but that's even better. I don't know why I like that idea. It's very silly.
Okay.
Now, see, I need to remind myself of
If you're a
the
Dark type
eraser.
trainer,
I think I can just tap E.
this
for
guy will
eraser.
help
There
you
we
with your
go.
look.
And then
Alright.
B for brush. Very nice.
I'm calling this a warm-up round.
That's fine. It's basically a warm-up round.
Okay. He always has to have a leg on this side. Tuck the little feeties
Pro,
up.
welcome. Thank you for joining stream.
Do you guys have a favorite Pokemon generation?
2.
2?
Yeah, 2.
What about you,
I
Sin?
don't know. I don't know. Not in particular. I guess I just like a couple from like each gen, right? It's hard for me to pick like a favorite gen. 2 is very nostalgic.
I like 2 because I felt like it built upon the first gen, and the fact that you got to go to like the original gen's area and complete all of the gyms there after you defeat the Johto area. was
Kelvin,
really
thank you so
cool.
much for the follow. That's true. I did love being able to go to Kanto as well as Johto. The games are probably my favorite. Heart Gold Soul Silver is peak.
Oh, Kelvin, thank you for the follow.
There is a fan mod, like a ROM hack of Heart Gold Soul Silver that I
spikes are
really
happening on
love.
the outside. What am I
because,
doing?
the second gen and remakes are awesome, but I wish that the leveling happened faster, because since they expect you to go through like 2 continents, you don't get very high like level or progress very quickly in level during the first continent, because they're just like, we can't have you be like 50 or 60 by the time you're done with once. You got a whole other game to play. We need you like 40-ish around there. I'm like, no, I want to be high level dragons, big stuff. And so I found a fan mod that just basically
What's the
like
cat hat
increases
supposed
the
to
amount of
represent?
experience
I
you
have a
gain, and, like,
donathon going at the moment for
amount and difficulty of
Gamers Outreach. So the hat
of,
is
like,
all my
trainers out
donators
in the
so
world,
far. If they donate over $10,
where
they
you
get
can
their
get up to like level 60
their name on
against the
Bloop's
Elite
hat.
Four the first time.
Thank you so
And I'm like,
much.
that's awesome. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into the model. I'm really glad that people like it.
Let's go.
This is definitely a warm-up round.
Like that. I think one of my favorite gens might actually be Gen 6, the one that had X and Y and
It's got like
auras.
a nice stripe down the middle.
Ah.
There's something about those games that I think is just like perfect. X and Y might
I
have
really
my
like
favorite
skins. I
soundtrack
feel like
of any
we
Pokemon
haven't
game.
done I haven't done justice.
Oh, yeah. X and Y's OST was just so good.
That one, there's like a couple of different songs in that. I'm just like, if I had to pick like a favorite Pokemon song, they would be those ones.
This in your layout?
Also, it was the first
Yes.
one that had a lot of.
It's a 2.0.
It was as far as like music goes. It hasn't always been the same composer. It hasn't always been like Junichi Masuda, who did a lot of the first generations. Like
I thought I just deleted it.
training or switching out, or like, collaborating a bunch of different composers as you go. And Junichi Masuda is now
let's
like,
try this again.
lead, or became like the lead like producer or director or executive producer of like all the games. So he wasn't always doing everything, but for the first 5 generations, it sounded like sort of similar
Maybe I should make him
templates
a
for
bit
music
bigger.
for most of the games, where they
Oh,
had
that's
an
probably
idea of
fine.
what a battle theme sounded like. They had an idea of what the various battle themes sounded like. A route sounded like, a city sounded like, a
I'll
surfing
try and do a
sounded like.
picture of him on the neck.
And
so
X
you can
and
see.
Y was the first one where they kind of like changed a lot of things. They decided, no, what if we have totally different genres for stuff, and we use totally different instruments for stuff? What if gym battles are techno? what if we have like an old timey like, bells and glockenspiels and stuff playing during like a serene, like, oceanside thing? And it was very, what if we have just like a very lighthearted very lighthearted, like Irish Celtic sounding thing for like a windmill town? What if we have a French song in 5/4 timing with like accordions playing for our professor? Like, it was such a cool, different take on what I would expect out of a Pokemon soundtrack, and each of them sounded so cool that I was like, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Maybe you should eat
What
his
should be in his
tail.
tail?
So he's like hanging on.
Maybe I'll have another one. Just for funsies. Nah, I think I'll just keep it like this.
I feel like this is perfectly scuffed.
I would just draw his little feety underneath.
Let me get a different layer, add layer.
Clay.
There, move it underneath
I
my
do like
other
the
one.
beautiful eyeshadow he has on. I've just realized when he's unwound, he must just have spikes on one side of his body.
Kelvin says Black and White do have some bangers. What are some of your guys' favorite songs from Pokemon? Like favorite themes? I'm asking both the people I'm collabing with as well as like Chad. Like, what are some of your individual favorite songs? One of my
Oh.
favorites is like Dendamil Town, that windmill town from X and Y. Also, Xenia's theme from Auras.
I feel like Goldenrod City theme, especially the
Ooh.
night theme, like is very nostalgic. But in general, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music is where it's at.
Ooh,
Actually,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was so good. I love listening to playlists of all the champion themes and deciding which one I think is the best. And for me, it's always been Steven Stone's champion theme from
Mm-hmm.
Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
maybe I don't have to draw that. Maybe I.
That's
can
very
just-
valid. What about you, Liz?
Oh, there's just so many good. I mean, have I had to point down to one like
Layout perfect. Turn off.
like Cherry Grove
Yes.
or New Barktown from Gen 2? Possibly because
Mm,
it's a lot of nostalgia for me, but
okay, this has to be a bit bigger.
Do you guys have a? Do you guys have now here? This is a very interesting question because I have not even thought of an answer to this one yet. Favorite gym leader or gym fight? One that like kind of sticks in your mind, like, oh man, when they pulled out this one, or this one was super hard, or I don't even know who I would answer for this one at the moment. But I do remember. I'm trying to remember. There was one that was very. It felt very epic because it was very hard and a cool fight to me as a kid.
it's a good question.
I remember as a kid, I thought that the fight against Lance was so intense with all of his Dragonites. And then as I
The
got
music's also pretty
older,
intense for that one.
I felt like there weren't a lot of NPCs that I thought were really interesting in Pokemon until Sword and Shield came out, and I thought they did a really good job with all of their gym leaders in that game, and I really liked the fight against Leon at the end.
Ooh.
That's true. I did really like the fight against Leon, though maybe that's just I haven't played a Pokemon game to the end in quite a while, and Sword and Shield was
Yeah.
the one that got me back into it.
Agreed.
I really liked a lot of the designs, character designs, and otherwise in Sword and Shield. Like every time I see Wooloo, I'm just like, a perfect creature.
I needed to get some
So
music
round.
for this. I've just realized how quiet
They were
it
right
is.
to make that Wooloo, like, because every Pokemon game has that
Might fix it after this one. We'll get some
creature
music
that's meant to
going.
be the starter normal type, the one that you find like on your first route, and that you're probably expected to. Whoa.
I was so scared. I thought I did that.
I've been so scared to use the paint bucket tool.
The like starter normal type that you're expected to probably like
I couldn't find
give
the
up
paint bucket.
after
I'm just
you get
coloring
like
it in like a
stronger
child.
types later on. And Wooloo is the first one I've ever seen in any gen that I'm just like, why would I give this up? It's perfect. It's a wonderful thing.
I had a
Yeah.
friend who bought the game literally just because they saw promo art for Wooloo. And then
Nice.
they evolved it and they were devastated.
Aw.
I think its evolution is fine. I think
Poor
it's
Double.
it's not as cute, but it's still like it's a perfectly good like like looking evolution. All right, let's erase this. We have 1.5 more minutes, so put your
my
finishing touches on.
gosh.
Oh,
The
Put your-
panic.
Put your finishing touches on. I think I am good on
Oh, God.
mine. Cynthia's theme for you, Joopy.
We'll just
You also like the low HP music in Black and White. Oh, that's right. Black and White did do that thing where they changed the music as you got, or you or your enemy got like lower HP. I forgot that they did that. I don't think they do that normally now. For every soul, you have to draw hands. Let me draw them. I love drawing hands. That's basically the only body part I need to draw for whenever I draw Kup Goodle. Is because it's just a cup, but the only actual body part is a hand that comes out. Favorite song is now Penny's theme. Very valid. New boys, hi no. Talking Pokemon. We're talking Pokemon. We're drawing
Figure.
FAKEMON. For champion themes, I think X and Y's champion. I forget her name. She's not like super memorable as a champion. Diantha. That's also it's so close to the name of the legendary Pokemon, whatever that one is. But the champion from X and Y, that's the buzzer.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's a warm-up round.
draw your last lines or whatever you're doing.
It's just like getting used to the program and drawing out a tablet again. Sheesh.
That's it. Hey Cup, hi Shaggy, how you doing? So if you
So
are
tough, guys.
if you're all good, don't. It is all doodles. This is not meant to be the highest quality art you've ever drawn. It is just meant to be cool concepts and stuff. So if you guys are ready to reveal, then we will each reveal will scroll out of the screens in 5 seconds. So
Oh, goodness.
5, 4,
Here
3,
we go.
2, scroll out, zoom out.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, these look cool. Look at these.
Oh, wow.
Look at all these.
Oh, he's really
Look
hidden
at-
over in the corner.
Oh, hang on, let me
He's scared.
erase my.
These are awesome. I love these. These are all so cute. So these are all right, Arktrys. You're in the top left, right?
Yeah.
You have this square boy.
I wanted to make him very geometric.
Oh,
You did. It looks great.
He's a dark type, so I was like, I'm going to make him like an emo Pokemon. I don't know.
He's a scene boy.
He is. He's very edgy.
He's literally edgy. He's all square. That's that's so good. That's so good. I love that. Is it based on like a blue-tongued skink?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like the blue-tailed? It's one of those long. You guys drew the long,
has
skinny ones.
both.
I was just thinking pepperoni in my mind. All right. Who was in the top right? Was that Sin or was that Liz?
That's me.
What was
That's
your?
so
What was your?
good.
This looks like one of those bracelets you'd wear with the spikes on it.
That's it.
Or
This is a dog Pokemon you can accessorize with. This is a
Ooh.
choker.
oh,
I
It'll
can
tuck
wear
its little
it as-
leggies in. That's right.
Yo, I can wear my Pokemon like a choker. And be a spiked collar. That's the Ark, your dark type edgy boy would wear the top right.
Oh my gosh,
he would go to Hot Topic wearing his other little choker, spiked choker. That's so good. I like the red stripe on it too.
They're one of those Pokemon that
So
comes in
good.
a pair.
Yeah. Liz, what's the idea behind yours? I see. Oh wait, is this like in a swamp or like in a? Is it like hiding out in like the shadows of something?
yeah, it slinks about in the shadows, and one thing I always think about with skinks is they drop their tails, so it uses its tails to attack with.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's so smart. Oh, that's so cool. I would never have imagined Pokemon to do that, do like the lizards losing their tail type of thing, but that's so smart.
Mm-hmm.
So they just they're almost like a crocodile, kind of like hiding out, just flatten and in the shadows, and then like creeping up on someone, and then like flinging their tail bits at people.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then mine, you guys can see I had a certain theme too. I was originally going to
American
do.
skink.
I was originally going to do because I recently just watched The Maltese Falcon, and so I was thinking like film noir and detectives And when I was thinking of dark types, like the idea of like a detective came to mind. And so I was going to
Aw.
draw him in like a fedora and a trench coat and stuff. But then I was just like, I thought of the idea of like an evil gunslinger. I was like, oh, that's even cooler. I like that. So I drew him like a little evil gunslinger. The type of he's the villain that the hero would have to meet at high noon, like in a one-on-one shootout.
It's really good. And you did draw a gun, so
I did draw a gun. So now it is a water pistol. It is Pokemon, so it's a water pistol. That's why
You're
it's
right.
blue.
Ah.
All right, these are all so good. But the one thing I have not told you guys yet until just now is one of the last step we need to do is come up with names for our Pokemon.
Oh no.
And
Oh.
we can all just come up with good, like, you know, cool pun names for Pokemon and stuff, and decide what we would want to do for it, because that's one of my favorite parts about doing all this is the funny pun ideas. And this is another thing that chat can help us with. So if you guys have any fun pun Pokemon names or thematic Pokemon names for some of these skinks, some of these reptiles that are dark type, then feel free to put them in the chat. For reptiles, skinks, lizards, tongues. Joker, your Pokemon look more like a creature from Yokai Watch than a Pokemon. Have been playing a lot of Yokai Watch lately. My Pokemon, it does, yeah. mine looks like it's a Yokai Watch character. So let's see.
I feel like mine would be a Digimon.
Is it going to have a bunch of we'll both get just way more guns on both of our designs, yours and mine, as they digivolve. Collarobra, like a collar cobra for this one. Kind of loses the skink.
Oh.
Kind of loses the skink element, but it's a really good pun name.
I feel like I wanna.
Sink. Skink. Sink.
A skink.
Skink.
This is the extent of my creativity when it comes to names.
What are other like goth scene type of words? We've got goth, we've got scene, we've got edge, edgy, we've got hot topic, hot topping.
Skink.
that would be the one for the collar, the choker. Choking. Ouroboros, but with aura spelled like Aura.
Oh.
Interesting. The idea of an Ouroboros is very interesting.
The slap bracelet Pokemon.
Gunskinker? Okay, I choose Gunskinker. That's a great one.
That's good.
Ooh.
I want to write out Gunskinker. That's so fun. That feels like I'm saying a bad word. Gun Skinker. Don't skink shame me, okay? All right, Scene K and Gun Skinker. We need something for tail whipper guy over here. We need something for choker collar. Tail, needle, dart, fling, throw. Ooh, we can look up various like species of skinks and also get ideas of that. Skink.
All right, let's go look at
Just shank. Just shank.
Just shank.
Skink species. We got common garden
Down here, here we
skink,
go.
skink, broad-headed skink. Let's go to all.
I like the tail idea. That was very clever.
Broadhead skink, western skink, southeastern skink, red-eyed crocodile skinks, mole skink, coal skink, shadow darkness, skin killer. That would just look like
Skinkler.
that would just look
Skinkler.
skinkler like a sprinkler, or skinkler like a skin. That would just like skin killer if it was like that one, but maybe skinkler.
Sprinkles all of its tails around.
Skinkler. There's also what's the there's like sneaking like a shadow or slinking. And probably like Skinkler honestly sounds pretty fun. Skinkler sounds like the name of a Pokemon.
That's good.
Skinkler.
And then it evolves into Shank.
He just holds
Chocoboros
his
is
tail like a
good.
sword and just
We got Chocoboros over here.
what was it? Tricoboros?
Chocoboros?
Oh, Chocoboros? Like choker?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Right?
There's no way a Pokemon game would have the word choke in there.
You're right.
But we don't have to worry about that. We're not Pokemon.
It's fine. This is our modded version.
This is our modern version. This is our version for the kids. I kind of like Chocoboros.
Much like the cursed cartridge.
Oh, you're
that
right.
You find
There's
at a Goodwill.
Machoke.
Oh, Machoke, what a good name. Also, but yeah, if you mean like they wouldn't have choke in the name, like I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright, so
Chocoboros.
That's good. That's good.
Hell yeah. See that it always is a little hard to think of, but it ends up being my
Yeah.
favorite thing because having names for each of the Fakemon, like when you look back at them.
Yeah, no, it's good. Now I'll
Chocoboros.
never forget him.
There you go. We've got Sink, we've got Chocoboros, we've got Skinkler, and we've got Gunskinker.
They're all really
These
good.
are our skinks.
Oh, I love them all.
Mhm.
If you guys want to save this, then you can go up to File and you can select Download halfway through, and you can download this to your hard drive.
Oh, perfect.
And it'll just download as a big PNG.
Perfect.
So, yeah, look at that warm-up round. You guys call it a warm-up round, but we came up with some cool Fakemon designs right here. And now you're feeling all the rust shaking off, and you're feeling
right.
like, everything is all, okay, I'm ready. The next one we can knock out of the park, and that's all the pressure that I'm going to put on you. But we'll start a new canvas, and we'll go to the next one. So go down to that very bottom left one that you guys hid earlier, and the big gray plus sign square will be to make a new canvas. And so I just made a new canvas there, and you guys can
Oh.
all go over to this one, and you can hide the canvases once again.
Perfect.
So, hi. We got
I just gotta go let my cat out real quick. I'll just be like a minute. Is that okay?
Okie dokie. Oh, Joopy, which one were you thinking would be named Obsinder? Like which of the four? Let me go back to that one and see. Which of these were you thinking for that name? Also, let me know what the bottom left and what's the like the play on words there. What's the name? What's the words like kind of combining? Hydrate, everyone. Keep yourself alive.
Thank you for the reminder.
For real, for real.
I gotta make sure you guys don't die before we're done. Because obscure and is sinded or skinked is that the Latin name for it? Is that the binomial like genus or species for it? Skinked. Go back here. Cup.
Oh, stabilizer. Oh, this is the setting I needed. Holy cow.
Yeah. I just let myself go unstable on the stream. I mean, the messy lines. I'm fine with messy lines. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will turn on the stabilizer for once. I don't normally, but maybe I'll be wild this time and actually turn on stabilizer. Where did you see the stabilizer? Oh, it's right there.
In the brush settings. Felt like I was drawing with my left hand.
It's any member of the family Skinkidae, the skinks. I see. So skinkid or Skinkidae is the family genus for that. But we're all good on skinks now. We drew our skink one. So what's the next animal that we draw? We can do some of the ones that we saw earlier. I saw kangaroos and kind of wanted to have everyone draw a kangaroo, but we also have, what were some of the other ones that we saw? A bunch of bugs and stuff. We have
Yeah, that goes for all of our chats too. So feel free to throw in your ideas.
there were, I'm trying to scroll all the way back up. A potato. There was an ant. There was an ostrich. There was a quokka. A quokka might be fun at some point. I have to look up what that looks like again, but I remember them being, I think, kind of cute. Platypus. Joopy says platypus. Is there anything that's so far sounding? I kind of like the idea of drawing a kangaroo. Sounds not actually too hard based on the shapes that I'm used to drawing. Since I would just need to get like the hands right and the face kind of looking okay.
I'm still down for the Honda Civic. I'm kidding.
Sin, Liz, have you guys ever drawn cars before? Because I don't think I have.
No, I don't like drawing cars. They're so hard.
Art, you draw cars, I think, more often than most people.
That's because the wheel chose it.
You're also a truck driver, so you end up
I
having to
know.
draw
Ugh, man.
a truck constantly.
In one of my previous streams,
wow.
I had a lot of prompts on a wheel and I spun it, and one of them was to draw my VTuber in the style of many things, and one of them was cars, and it turned out to be the most cursed one of all.
I would say it would turn out to be the most blessed one, but that's just my opinion. So, how you guys feeling about kangaroo for this one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
Now, do you guys, for types, you have your choice. Should we all still
Oh.
do the same type again? Should we all do a different single type? Or should we
Mm.
all do the same double type?
Hmm.
Same single, same double, different single. What's your vote?
Same single? I like seeing the different takes on the...
True.
I'm not opposed.
You can always like ramp it up over the rounds.
Alrighty, then we'll do a random same single type again. Hi, Pug. So let me get the wheel back out. And where is my wheel? There's my wheel. And we'll do the same single type again. Here we go. Let's see what our type for round number 2 is. We're going to be doing a kangaroo of the type.
Better zoom in a bit already.
Oh, this is interesting. A water kangaroo.
Ooh.
What a kangaroo.
I don't know what we do
Oh.
there, but it is a water type kangaroo.
Okay. Okay,
I feel like
got
I've
it.
gotten water so often on these streams.
I got it.
So think about what you want to do. I'm gonna reset the timer for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then we will have zoom in on your corner. And we'll reveal and have a little yoop yoop in the middle just to not cross that as a little edge.
Oh.
And once you guys are ready, we're gonna start.
Okay.
Water type kangaroo. There's
All right, I've got an
sure,
idea.
a pure water kangaroo is so interesting, right, Joopy? It's not a type I think anyone would decide for a kangaroo. So what do we do?
All right, let's
What
get
do we
his-
do for
I
one?
zoomed way too far in. Okay.
I could do that. I could do
Blood.
Okay.
The face of a kangaroo is...
Start off the basic shape.
Gave him a big snout. All right, so what I'm thinking is... a firefighting kangaroo. He'll have like
Now, of course, I didn't ask you guys if you wanted to veto this.
A big
You could
bucket?
veto this if you decide that you can't come up with anything.
no, it's
I'm
too
trying
late
to-
now. I've already started.
Oh, well, it's too late now. I guess I just gotta come up with something. Then.
You can do it, Kup.
I can do it. I can do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Someone help me. Let me see. Oh my God, Jambrone, you're a genius. I'm absolutely gonna do that.
All right, so I'm thinking of firefighter because we have
That
a
is
lot
adorable.
of
I'm not
bushfires
even
in
gonna
Australia.
just do it with their legs. I'm just gonna do it very literally. You are a genius, and that is awesome. All right, time to look up what the heck kangaroos look like.
All right, he means business. He's a serious guy.
Okay. Let me cook.
Okay.
I need so many different parts for this to be able to draw this idea. Their face shape, their hands,
have quite a big black nose, don't they?
and not the buff kangaroos, just the normal kangaroos.
No, I want the big buff kangaroo. He has to be buff to fight the fires.
All right, I'll draw on the same.
Okay. Oh, I guess the pouch could be a bucket. I kind of forget that the pouch is like the most important part, huh? Have I drawn it way too big? We'll see.
Probably do it downward. Nah, let's do it upward.
Mine smaller, so I'm not taking up so much room.
Are there any like animals or types that you guys wish there were more Pokemon like?
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of like the dragon and the ghost Pokemon.
I was gonna say, I was hoping for more ghost Pokemon, but Scarlet and Violet kind of solved that. They added a billion new ghost Pokemon.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think so. There's like,
Nice.
I was trying to make a new team, and it was a bit overwhelming. There was too many.
Might be going slightly into Poison's territory, but that's okay. Will you forgive
Yeah,
me?
I'm hiding up in the corner again.
It's so dumb. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. And they have big tails. Could it be a hose, I guess?
You can't come up with any. I'll do it for it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jam. This is yours. This one's going out to you.
All right. He needs like a hat or something though to make him like.
Zoom in a little.
What's a firefighter hat look like? Like, oh god.
You gotta draw this like this.
Do I know
Oh, maybe
why I
instead of
drew
the
this?
eyebrows, I can
Nuh-uh.
put this down here. Here we go. Has like the bigger piece at the front.
Here. Like this. And we'll have a little thing like that they're gripping onto.
Okay. Let's clean this up.
I love when I draw something and I'm laughing while I'm drawing it. It lets me know that I'm at least doing something fun. And it's
I feel like you
always
should
when
have a
it's like the
mustache now.
dumbest idea possible. Go low on this one here.
Okay.
There we go.
Good.
Oop, oop. Whoopsie.
I forgot to get the music.
types of Pokemon that I really want to
It's
see
just
more
deathly
of
quiet.
Are basically just more of
Ugh.
my favorite types of things, which are things like octopuses, things like spiders, things like one of my favorite designs is the Electrike, like that line.
Oh,
Cool,
yeah,
like
yeah.
electric eels. I think
Oh.
that's super cool. I find like long noodly slimy things pretty awesome, which is, hey, check it out, I'm a cup of noodles with a long noodle arm. But things like octopuses or things like eels are creepy and cool to me, and so I want to see more stuff like that. I tend to enjoy animals that are a little creepy, things that are just like, oh, that's kind of scary, like, yeah, but he's a good boy. Give me more spiders. Let's go. All right, let's start filling this guy in. Joltik, I really like the electric spider.
Oh yeah.
We know you
Oh,
have a thing
Joltik's
for,
so cute.
isn't it? We know you have a thing for slimes, Kup. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm also not saying nobody else does. Everyone loves a good slime creature. Slimes are actually one of my favorite fantasy creatures. I'm playing in a D&D group. I'm playing a slime girl who is like a super
Oh.
cutesy, like magical girl type of design, who was created by a evil scientist, like who imbued sentience into normal, like, you know, low level D&D monsters. So it's like, oh, I was just like a normal, like, beginner level cave slime, and then this scientist named Dr. Evilcaster, who, you know, that he's up to only good stuff. He imbued sentience into me and intelligence, and so I became a sentient slime creature girl. And even though her creation is horrifying, her creator is absolutely horrifying. She doesn't realize it's bad, and so she's just very, like, happy, Genki, just like, it's okay if we have to incinerate some experiments, right? That's just what they do if they're failures.
Oh no.
But she eventually realized, with, like, you know, the help of her party, that, oh no, that dude's bad. You don't do that. It's wrong. And she's like, oh, okay.
Like noted.
Okay, weird, interesting. You have a strange way of thinking about things, everyone, but that's fine. All right, let's do this one. And this is, oh, that's on. All right, let's go in this one instead. You guys got about 5 more minutes.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
All right, let's go a little bit lighter. Slimes are sexy, I agree. Reverse says, Juby says, I love plasmoids in D&D. Yeah, the fun part was a new VTuber and lore. It was, I mean, D&D characters can very easily translate over to, like, VTubers.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
But the funny part was, Jupy, as far as plasmoids go, like I created a homebrew slime race that I called Oozlings. And it was like maybe a year or two before plasmoids were released for 5e for 5th edition. And
You'd never guess his water
the
type.
traits that they gave plasmoids are
secret.
literally like the exact same ones that I gave my oozlings, and I felt so smug about it. I'm just like, yeah, I made that. I made that first. Like I know how to make a good class apparently if the official people are making the same one as me. And so I got to feel all cool and
Validation.
smug. Validation. My unique character is just me with a magic dagger and a shotgun. Yeah, Choco, if you want to play more things, you can decide if you want like a different type of character or whatever. I know you're probably just going. I know you want to play a butterfly person with a gun, so you're probably not going to change. But that'll be an option for everyone if they want to. Let's go like this.
A water type in disguise. That's what we have.
And let's draw actually on this layer.
Boop, boop. All right, we need some water. Actually, the inside of the bucket. Okay, now the
This
water.
got about 2.5 more minutes.
Okay. Let's just get like a black for the nose. And
There. Now we can go back down to this.
Like lock layers.
I think he means like.
Let's just go with a normal. Like
You
Like
can
a water
transparent lock
mustache?
layers in this, can you?
I have never looked into how, so I have no idea.
White.
Probably can, but might just need to rely on just your own ability to draw inside the lines and redraw over things and all those good artist skills. Let's go reddish for this one.
All right, he's got a water mustache now. And I feel like he's very boring, but
Let's go sort of greenish, sort of a bright green for this drink there. Pink for that. And finally, let's draw some water.
black.
Probably think of a name.
Yeah, water.
Oh yeah, water. That's
An
the type we're
integral
doing.
part. Maybe he's made out of like rubber. Some kind of heat resistant rubber.
Now let's just keep it like that.
Got a little shell.
Oh, that's the end of the thing. So
Okay.
make your final finishing touches.
Okay, I'm ready. Ugh.
Put a few more
Okay.
white little highlights on this.
This is rubber brew, I think.
There we go. I think that's good. Oh, that's a good idea, Choco. That's a front runner for names. No, huh? No D&D working? Hold on 1 sec. Before we reveal, I need to. Everyone's trying my D&D command.
Oh.
Hi, RJ, and it's not working right now.
Uh-oh.
So hold on 1 sec. Oh, those commands are down. They're not down. Don't worry, guys. Just give it just give me a sec. I wasn't looking at chat. I didn't realize that it was down. So you guys get an extra like 30 seconds or so as I just redo some commands and redeems and stuff. End task. Here we go.
Oh.
And panic. It's not panic. It's you guys. The kids are crying, and I gotta make sure that they get what they want. They're all shouting for it. Everyone freak out. No. No freak out.
Okay, maybe I can fix the music while I'm here.
There, it's connected. There. Okay. All right, everyone, go ahead. Do your D&D stuff. Do whatever you want. It's all good. You can do the thing.
Boop.
So, all right, you guys all set? Everyone put on their finishing touches?
Okay.
There we go. Now it's on
All
dead
right,
silent.
let's zoom out in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Oh!
Yo, seahorse, firefighter. Yo, Liz, is this a surfer?
It's a surfer.
Is this a surfer?
Oh my
With
god.
the orange top on.
So we
Now
had
this-
similar ideas.
They're all so
Now, this is
good.
fun. This is fun. I really didn't know what to expect from water from everyone, but these are real cool. Okay, Ark, run us through yours too. Seahorse?
Oh,
Yeah,
It's-
I did kind of a
it's so
seahorse
pretty.
vibe. At first, I was thinking like mermaid, and then as I drew it, I was like, oh, this is like a seahorse. And then I thought about how like male seahorses are usually the ones to carry babies and stuff. So I was like, oh, it's perfect with like the
Oh.
kangaroo carrying a baby.
That's adorable. Does
That's
that
so
mean?
cute.
So is this the male or female sea
It's
kangaroo?
a guy sea kangaroo.
Yeah. And he's got a little crown too. He's a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And then there's a queengaroo too. That's adorable. And the little
That's so
prince
good.
garoo.
A
Is that
very
where
prestigious
kangaroos-
lineage.
Where do kangaroos get their name from?
A great question.
I have no idea. Because the garo or garu is like wolf in French, I believe. And so as I was saying, like kangaroo is like, oh, that'd be a good name for like a werewolf character.
Mmm.
So boys, and I can see what you're going for here. I can see the firefighter kangaroo here.
I'm so glad.
so cute.
That is very cute. The little
I
watery
love it.
mustache.
Yeah, because he wasn't water type enough.
Now I am wondering if that is a mustache and the water staying on there, or if those are like shooting out of his nostrils.
Maybe it's shooting out of his nostrils. Maybe that's how he does water gun.
It's just he's drinking too much water and it's all shooting out of his nostrils.
Well, good thing he has a bucket.
This style, like right here, of just like how he looks while he's sitting down, reminds me so much of like just the shapes from Gen 1. Just like Gen
Yeah.
1
yeah.
Pokemon shapes.
I love the hat. It's so cute.
It's so good. Alright, let's see. They say, I hear Lord's makes a dragon being expressions with tail is the board. Oh yeah. The tail is the board. Let's go down to Liz's. The tail is the surfboard.
That's amazing.
Right? That's his tail.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't want to step too much on Alolan Raichu's territory, but
Oh,
first thing that popped in my head.
That it's honestly super cool. I like that the orange coloration on the top just is immediately just like, oh yeah, that's a surfer. That's a surfer. And the
The
shades
tan
too.
line.
You and I, we can be shade siblings. We both drew super cool
Yeah.
shades on our kangaroos.
I do like the sunglasses.
Our kangaroos are into extreme sports and being cool and being awesome.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I mean, some of them being
Thanks,
my whole
Rusty.
thing, they get their name from Australia.
realized that-
Choco just says they get their name from Australia. Cup. Thanks, Choco. You're
Oh,
wonderful.
welcome, Sassy Car.
It's me.
Mix it up. Wasn't working.
Have you
Frosty,
do any
hello.
of you guys
How are you
surf? 'Cause
today?
I know a couple of surfers, people from like other countries. I know some Australians who surf, some Australian friends who surf.
Oh, no.
No, no.
Swim very well.
This isn't prime surfer crowd right here that I'm talking to. I don't understand. Hey, people on Twitch chat on a Friday night, do you guys surf? Not making any assumptions. I'm just saying, do you guys surf? It could be something. Okay, so we go on over to the right to his cousin, which is the water skier. Jambrone suggested water skiing
Hawaiian
with his
skiing.
long feet, like his long ski-like feet.
Oh,
that's
so his,
so
his
good.
feet are the skis?
I actually was originally thinking of that, but then like I would probably need to make his feet absurdly long, so he's actually just wearing water skis. Like he's just water skiing normally. Because I was thinking like if I drew a kangaroo with actually long water ski like feet, it would look almost a little freakish. Like it would look very almost disturbing. Just imagine him with just actual feet that go.
And he'd
Sounds
just be
like
a
it.
Kingdom Hearts character.
Like long feet on his legs like that. It would look very strange. But
If
so
he's not water skiing, how does he get around?
See, this guy, he could probably just take off the water skis. The other guy would be flip-flopping all over everywhere. But yeah, and then it's just the idea of a water skiing kangaroo, it reminded me of like a food mascot from the 90s or like early 2000s, where it'd be like some kid's food like cereal mascot or some kid's like candy mascot, where it's just, I'm the cool kangaroo, kids. I wear sunglasses and go water skiing. Yeehaw!
These two down the bottom, you know how ninjas can evolve into
Oh, yeah.
Shedinja or
The two forms.
Yeah, that's what these two look like.
Oh,
you have like a
yeah.
Joey, and it can turn which kind of cool kangaroo it turns into.
Yeah. What would you do to turn them into the other characters? Like, what would you do for each one?
Mm.
Because Ninjask is like, isn't it like the Pokemon dies and because it becomes
Yeah, I
Ninjask?
think so.
Like you have to let the Pokemon die.
Maybe it's the different stones and stuff, like Dawnstone or the Dusk Stone. Like I feel like if mine evolved from a singular thing, it'd be the King's Rock, and then I feel like Poison's could be like standard Waterstone.
That's pretty good.
I think Kups has to eat Frosty Flakes.
My guy would love Frosted Flakes. These are good. Now we need to think of names. We need to think. Now someone suggested KupGoodle for mine, and of course
Of course.
I kind of gotta go with it. But I also like with the crown, like seahorse or kangaroos together. But there's also the crowns. Like I said kangaroo as a joke earlier, but with the crown it kind of fits.
Yeah. Let's see. I could make it kind of a callback, and make it
Boop.
the King Aru.
Sea kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Kind of long.
This is the not trademark infringing like
yeah.
knockoff Sea King. Kangtastic. Oh, for mine. They think that the slogan for my guy's cereal that he's the mascot of would be like Kangarific.
That's good.
The cool uncle Pokemon.
Blue, hiya.
What do we do for
Hi,
firefighter and surfer?
Ooh.
I was
Surfers
thinking
are-
Rubberoo.
Rubberoo?
He's like,
Oh.
yeah, like rubber, like heat resistant.
Like rubber hose. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Rubberoo
the
is
least.
very- Least what?
Just. Oh. Uh huh.
What? Come on. No. I just didn't get the rubber part before. Rubberoo is so cute to say. It's such a fun word to say. Otherwise, I can't think of anything else that it would be. Hoseroo.
Hoseroo.
Hoseroo. And for surfers too, I like a rubberoo. Honestly, unless there's a word for like firefighters, that also works. But otherwise, rubberoo.
I can't think of one.
It's not Durexaroo, Choco. That's not what we're talking about. Surfers, we got waves, we've got beach, we've got surfing, we've got.
That's like an American thing, right? They call condoms rubbers. Is that
we've
correct?
got-
Is that what we're
what are
talking
some
about?
we've got board, we've got trying to come up
Just
with as many
smile
like
and nod.
word associations as I can.
All of us non-surfers.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Did we do kangaroos just for boys? And we got 2 Australians here. It's for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, we did it for the Australians. I wanted to test their kangaroo drawing abilities.
I feel so at home now.
Yeah, and look at all these kangaroos. It's just like your guys' backyards. Imagine in all Australian cities, there's just kangaroos driving cars, going to work.
Yeah, we hop in the pouch. That's how we get to work.
That's a very fun image. Tidaroo, surferoo,
We should have
Tanneroo.
done.
tanneroo because they're tan. Is that
pretty
now?
good.
Is that orange the top or is it a
Yeah, I've
tan
just
line?
noticed the tan
That's a
line.
tan line, yeah.
That's so fun. That's so good. Tanneroo is honestly kind of good
Mm-mm.
because that's also one of their most distinguishing features is the big tan lines. Tanneroo.
That's good.
Y'all-
It sounds Australian.
All of y'all have Roo in your name, and I don't. I got the Kenga part.
You got the kango pot, which
Yeah. Mix it up.
Tanneroo does sound like the name of a like food snack brand. Oh, I'm gonna get some Tanneroos.
Mm.
I love chocolate Tanneroos.
Isn't
I'm
there an
more of a fan
American snack that's named after kangaroos?
There's Dunkaroos.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Mm-mm.
It's like you dunk some cookies and some frosting.
Yeah.
I assume that that's American. It sounds American. Dunk some cookies and some frosting.
I just know I've seen it here.
I've never
Never
actually had them, but I've had similar sort of stuff. If it had Leia, you would say Leia Tanner sounds
Betty
like
Crocker,
a surfer
yeah,
guy's
must be
name too.
American.
It does. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Tanner also kind of sounds like a surfer guy's name.
It does.
Tuckaroo, it's a
welcome,
move,
Yaz. How are
and it's a
you?
real surfer name. Tucker,
We're just playing fake Pokemon.
Etsy also says Tuckaroo is a move, like maybe a tuck or a tucker. I don't know what the full move name for a surfer, and also a real surfer name, but that would be another option. Would be
Here, I'll zoom
Tuckaroo.
in on mine.
Sugar covered in sugar equals American. As far as snacks go. I like this. Oh,
love how
I've
these
got to
are
remember to
shown
download it before
Oh,
we
yeah.
move on. I need to save the Kangas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Download. I just need to remember to rename these after I'm done so that I can know which one is which. Dunkaroos was discontinued in the US. Oh well, that's a shame. Now our kids are never going to get diabetes.
We're definitely
That's
not
all that
missing
was
out on any
stopping them.
healthy food.
Oh, believe me, diabetes would not stop Americans. That would not be what stops them. As he says, you tuck your body on the board for big waves going out. So it's just tuck your body. Like, no, they're
Oh,
back.
Dunkaroo
No, they're back.
cereal.
Apparently, I have some in my snack drawer. See, right there.
Wait, I must Google this.
They're already back. They were discontinued and they're already back.
Apparently there was a Dunkaroo cereal you guys had too.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
They have
crazy.
all
That's
different kinds of
crazy.
cereal, and they're all so full of sugar.
Americans, I don't what. Hey, I got a question for the Australians in chat. What is considered a normal breakfast food in Australia?
Oh, just toast. Wheat Bix.
Yeah.
You
Toasted
put
cereal.
anything on the toast?
Peanut butter.
Mm.
You want Vegemite. I know you want me to give you Vegemite. It's not Vegemite very often.
I was gonna say, a lot of times people just put butter on their toast here.
That's true. No, it's normally jam or peanut butter, honey.
Ooh, honey's a good choice.
Mm.
One of
Crumpets
my
is another good one.
crumpets.
Crumpets.
I had I worked at a gym, and
Butter and cinnamon toast?
our
Ooh, that
like
sounds
membership
great.
person who was in charge of like meeting with people and signing up memberships was an Australian woman, and she did the Vegemite like thing where she would bring in Vegemite and try to get as many people as possible in like the gym to taste it. Unfortunately, the one time she brought it in and like made enough like Vegemite and cheese sandwiches for everyone, was she realized a little too late she had spread too much on there. She had put
I was
too
gonna
thick
say.
of a little layer of Vegemite on there, and she just got to watch every single American just like take a bite and just like the most sour like salty face on. It's like and then she was just like, I might have put a little too much on there. And so she single-handedly turned everyone in that gym off from Vegemite that day. And that was the only time I've ever tried Vegemite too. And so I desperately want to try it with
Have it the right way.
Yeah, just a thinner layer on just
It's
a cheese
gotta
sandwich
be
with just a
hot
little bit.
toast with butter, and then just the lightest little layer.
Mm-hmm. Like I want to try the perfect Vegemite sandwich. Thin layer on buttered toast. See, like I have the big difference that I have heard from Vegemite experts is whether you do it buttered toast or whether you do it just like plain white bread and just plain white bread and cheese and
Oh yeah, if you could have
and some
cheese in
Vegemite.
there.
Mm-hmm.
You see something to offset it a little bit.
What was I talking? Oh, right. I was talking about breakfast foods. There's the whole reason I brought that up. I was like, there was something. I think I've said this before, and I think it might be true. I think America might be the only country where just foods that should be classified as desserts are just our common breakfast foods. Like things that you look at and be like, that is a dessert, like the most decadent dessert ever. Be like, no, that's breakfast.
Well, American breakfasts can go one of two directions. They can either go full protein or full sugar. Because you can have the American breakfast of like bacon, egg, sausage, and toast, or you can have pancakes covered with powdered sugar, strawberries, and syrup, or waffles with chocolate and
Could be
syrup.
worse.
And,
Could be forced to eat beans for
Donuts,
cream and
breakfast.
stuff,
muffins.
yeah.
Beans for
we
breakfast
got
is good.
Sugary
I
cereals.
like a good baked beans on
We got
toast.
a bunch of it's salted meats and dessert cakes.
I love
is
that you
basically what
sense
our-
it
what
out
our breakfasts
British.
are.
I will say, having grown up in America, I've become a big fan of Spam. Spam is good, especially for breakfast.
Spam is good.
Spam is good.
Spam is good. The spam's similar. Like a little bit of spam goes a long way.
Whenever I mention
All
biscuits
right,
and gravy,
let's-
it's like,
let's-
okay,
you
yeah,
guys ready
because
to start the
biscuits for
third
me
one?
is a cookie.
Yeah.
But they're like
Now we can
weird
do as
kind
many
of
rounds as
scone
you guys
things,
want.
right?
We could have this be our last one, or if you're still feeling up to it after this one, then we can do a whole nother one after that. It's basically however long you guys feel like going.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's start a new canvas. I'm gonna go down here.
That's my
New
quickly
canvas that you guys can see.
BRB.
BRB, yeah. Take a break if you guys need to. Go to the bathroom, refill your water. I'll ask people for new animals in chat, and we can decide on animal together. So anyone in any of the chats, give us more animals again.
Yeah.
Feel free to repeat animals that we didn't choose last time. You guys eat what? Us? Americans? I
Give
think
us
that's
a
all
new
we
food
do.
Pokemon. Give me a food. What kind of food do you want?
It's our pastime.
It's our
I'm not against
favorite
the food
activity.
Pokemon.
My favorite breakfast is aka wait until lunch or dinner. Favorite
Pancakes are
breakfast
an
is
animal?
poverty,
Yeah.
aka wait until lunch or dinner. I see.
Oh,
I mean,
that
I-
was
I've had
my breakfast in
pancakes suggested
college.
now.
I mean, you weren't
Pancake
eating
Pokemon?
cup ramens?
I ate a lot of rice out of my rice cooker in my dorm. Oh, I used to. So I don't know if you guys have Jimmy John's where you are, the sandwich like chain. But they have this thing where they sell day-old bread for 50 cents. And
Mhm.
so when I was in college, I would go past the Jimmy John's on my way home from school, pick up like a couple loaves of day-old bread for 50 cents, and then make egg sandwiches with that and like a carton of eggs.
That's good.
Like I love eggs. Eggs are so good, but that was
Yeah.
definitely poor college student.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll turn up my volume. Sorry about that.
You sound good to me, at least on my end.
Yeah, I think
I
I was a little quiet for chat, not Discord.
I got anglerfish, which is a really interesting
Ooh.
one. We also got raccoon, which is another really interesting one.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, my chat too. Please feel free to give us suggestions on animals that we should turn into Pokemon.
Elephant, we got elephant. Elephant's another fun one.
Oh god.
Horse.
Jimmy John French toast. Ooh.
Oh god, not
I
a
have
horse.
done horse once before, and so I'm probably gonna
Drawing a
skip
horse.
this
Okay,
time.
good.
We had rock horse last time.
That's like the odd
Butterfly.
nightmare.
I have not done butterflies.
Having to draw
And
a
Choco's a
horse?
butterfly. There's a lot of butterfly Pokemon, but I feel like we can still.
Ooh. Oh,
There's not enough
I got
multi-types.
Komodo dragon.
Ooh, I love Pokemon. I love Komodo dragons. Are they too similar to skinks though in design?
Oh, they are similar.
I'm gonna make big lizards. I kind of Choco is putting a knife in chat for the butterflies. And there's also Shork. I like the idea of sharks, butterflies. I like the idea of anglerfish. The real interesting one is if we go with a fish and then we don't get water type. That's a real interesting one to like.
A desert
to
desert
come up with.
Pokemon. That's
Getting
good.
a lot of lizards in chat. I gotta go too.
I love lizards. Jellyfish. I love jellyfish.
Ooh.
Oh, jellyfish is good.
So Sin, out of some of the ones that we've been naming, what sticks out to you?
Here. Also, chat our first canvas real quick.
Back and read
Here's
around.
where we drew skinks.
Oh,
Dark type skinks, I should say.
Dark
I do
type.
like jellyfish. Jellyfish is interesting.
I love jellyfish myself.
Yeah.
They're another slimy, weird, tentacly thing. So,
You're
yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, I love those.
Penguins. Penguins is cute too.
Oh,
Oh
penguins.
yeah.
But I like yours too. Jellyfish would be really cool.
A tardigrade.
Pug says, "Human, give us some Jinx and Mr. Mimefuckery."
Oh no.
That's also half of the fighting types who are just like look like martial artists or like bodybuilders.
It's true.
So, but I think jellyfish is cool, especially since we're probably not going to get water again, and then it's going to be some weird fire jellyfish or something. We're going to have to come up with something really crazy.
That's cool.
So, everyone good with Liz? You good with jellyfish for our next one?
Yeah.
I think we should try a dual type one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So let's all do, I guess, the same two types, or we could all have the same one type and then a different second type.
Hmm.
How about same first type, different second type? That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right, this first wheel roll is going to be for our shared type. So
Okay.
let's see what our shared type is going to be.
Well, I'll
Where
say
is?
what ours is?
Here we go. All right, our shared type. Spinning the wheel.
Like
Is
Animal Crossing.
steel type.
I thought it was gonna be
Oh,
Derek.
What?
I thought it was gonna be Derek again. It is steel type.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we're each
man.
going to get steel and something jellyfish. That is the last type possible, besides maybe rock, that I feel like a jellyfish could be. It's the least squishiest thing. But all right, next one is gonna be for Arc. All right, so we're gonna
Oh.
roll for Arc's second type. We're gonna go and sort of this one, Arc. Your second
Okay.
type is
Or something good.
rock. Rock
Oh.
steel type.
Wait.
Jellyfish. You get a rock
Oh.
steel type jellyfish. Good fucking luck.
Oh.
All right, Sin, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's go. You get steel and fairy.
Oh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Steel and fairy type jellyfish.
that'd be cool.
That's a weird one. That's an interesting one. Steel and fairy is what chat voted on my dual types would be. That,
Oh.
Oh,
because I'm a cup noodle fairy, and so
Mhm.
fairy type works for that. And it was my friend Dog with Socks drew me holding a fork like a weapon.
Oh, that's so good.
And so like my noodle hand on the top was holding a fork, and it was steel fairy type, and I was like, that's perfect. That's so cool. You have ideas for rock steel? Well, then go over to Arktrys's channel and give her ideas.
ooh, yes, please do.
All right. Next. All right. We have fairy jellyfish for
Okay, I'm
Sin.
glad we
We've
got
got
fairy. That's good.
rock steel for Arktrys. Now, Liz, your second type is going to be it's steel and
fairy.
oh, electric or grass, electric grass. Electric type.
Oh.
Steel electric for a jellyfish.
That's pretty cool.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
All right.
How you feeling about
Got
that
an
one? How
idea.
confident are you?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm getting...
That sounds very confident. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I reckon I can do something.
All right, and finally mine. I get steel and and poison type. Okay, that's cool. I like poison as a type. Steel and poison.
Ooh.
Does anyone want to veto any of their types and re-roll? And they just go like, no.
No,
You we gotta.
I'm telling that to myself.
You're so brave, Ark.
Pug, if you got some ideas for any of these types, well, actually, Pug
Jam
says.
is gonna give me some ideas, I hope.
Pug says for Liz's benefit, it could be like light bulb, like a light bulb.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And there's Robo Jelly.
Spitty,
That's pretty
hello.
clever.
Hiya.
And I gotta do steel and poison. Let's write
How are you today?
what our types are. Yeah, like Ark did. So Sin, you also write your types, and I'll write mine too. Mine is steel and poison.
Steel fairy.
Let me draw a little thing right here in the middle.
my
that
writing
will
is
be our
atrocious
borders for
today.
our
Oh, thank
ranges.
Just woke
So
up.
that's our little.
That's a good sleep in.
border
Was you up
there.
late last
Want
night?
to be a nice even plus. There we go.
you.
And I'm going to do
I should have went and refilled my water.
Okay.
steel,
Okay.
poison, jellyfish. Interesting.
How much room do I have?
Okay.
Should
Now,
I-
is
okay,
everyone
that's probably about
feeling ready for me to set the timer?
right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. 15 minutes starts now.
Okay. I'm thinking like a UFO.
I think I'm okay.
Oh, thank you for the idea, Chambrone. I like that. I think that will work well with kind
Yeah,
of
people
what I
pretty
have in
late.
mind. Actually,
You're
we'll
helping me.
start-
Don't worry, Joopy. I appreciate it. This is why I appreciate you guys. Holy shit, Pug. I don't know if I could do. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I would do that.
Actually,
Because certainly, if you go steel, then, and if you go poison, then that makes sense. I might not need to do. Honestly,
What
though, I'm
eyes
probably
do I
going to
wanna
do it,
give
just
it?
not the full thing. I'm probably going to do just sort of reminiscent of it, but not the full thing. Any other ideas that I can
more
think of, though?
rocks. Man, do I love drawing rocks.
A lot of rock Pokemon is just rocks. Just draw a rock.
feel like that Charlie Brown movie where he's like, I got a rock.
What's the base color I should use for this? Probably like a
Like in this line are a lot better already.
probably a dark.
Alright, look at
bluish
this little
color.
guy. He's like a UFO with some lights around the outside.
Undo. Still want
Light.
a little bit of like water.
And then from the middle where the tractor beam would come down. Right,
Let's
like
go with
here.
a more gray.
We'll just have like some magical tendrils.
Down here. I think I'll just have to go with, yeah, basically Pug's idea, just slightly adapted.
Alright, where do I have to? Okay, we're gonna have to move up a bit.
What's the head gonna look like? What's the cap gonna look like?
We're gonna run into...
I could draw a traditional one, or I could kind of adapt it if I wanted to.
I'll rewrite the Steel Fairy. It's fine. How's the FAKEMON going? It's going pretty
I think I'm
good.
gonna adapt it.
We've drawn... This is our third one. We did skinks the first time, and then we
Okay.
did kangaroos.
I'm gonna draw it this direction because I've drawn.
And this time we're
all
doing
the other ones the other
jellyfish,
direction.
and I've got Steel Fairy.
I want to give it a little mouth. Like this. Make it cute. Oh, wait. Yeah, move it. And then, yeah. Oh,
And then yeah.
my thought process.
It's kind of cute, right? Sounds like it's been fun. Yeah, it's
Man,
been a
I'm
really
glad
good
a lot
time.
of the keyboard shortcuts are similar to, like Photoshop and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be real tough if they weren't. That's why I
That's good for the sketch.
had so
Let's
much
get
trouble
some
with
nicer lines.
Krita when I was trying to learn it because none of the things are really the same. Well, a lot of the things aren't really the same. It's still like, you know, you can get like B for brush, E for eraser, but all the menus are different.
Okay.
You can rearrange everything as you like it. Like the value of it is like being open source. You can kind of like organize it how you want it, but I just wanted it to kind of be the same as a lot of others.
There you go, right? Maybe. Okay.
Let's do this one, unless I'm going to angle it a little bit.
Do some visual shortcuts here so we don't have to draw everything.
Here we go.
Vroom. Pretty good. Dory's little head. And the pupils are like stars.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you helping me with the idea.
Yeah, Jam MVP. I assume that's Jam.
Mhm. Very helpful.
Wah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Lines not being the right thickness, the right width.
Let's
And we'll do a new layer.
Right now, I wish I had
We name our layers.
a new layer.
those outline brushes that I have in Procreate where you draw a line and it does like the outline
Oh yeah.
instead.
Okay, We'll draw the outline in pink for the tentacles.
And these are going to be... We'll draw this one down like that. We'll draw this one forward like that.
A little bit of shading.
Yeah, I have to color this soon. Oh god. The 15 minutes is so fast. Okay, we better color it in
A light blue.
this color.
Mine looks like it could be someone's sleep paralysis demon.
Oh yeah, because you have poison.
I got steel poison jellyfish. Where's the paint bucket tool? I'm going to risk it. Yeah.
Oh.
The
Liz has been
trauma.
traumatized.
The
Aw.
trauma in your voice. That's all right. We got this. Let me go a little bit pinker.
Okay. We'll put like a darker belt around the middle. With like the same light pink we're gonna do the tentacles with.
Oh, that's kind of fun if I do it like that, because then it's almost like eyes.
Make it cute.
It certainly is not the mine.
No.
At least. There we got about 6 minutes left, so we're almost 2/3 of the way done.
Okay, that's not too bad. I'm making better time than last time. Alright, so I want the pink tentacles to be a layer above.
Oh, chat, you guys should help me with names for this too. I have like a Wi-Fi.
All right,
This song's
not-
really
I
good.
shouldn't have all those in there.
Dwayne? That's what I should name it? That's cute.
Let's zoom in.
Some
Okay, we
hatching.
need.
So we
We'll
have
do this
time.
color. With like a more kind of
Yeah, sure. Let's do
white
both.
in the middle. Turn off that sketch layer. We don't need that anymore.
And sure, we'll add some little shading line like that.
There you go.
Okay, time to erase, time to color.
We'll put like some little sparkles in there.
I don't think there's any more that I can add.
Well, listen to this little expert over here. Already done with everything.
This one came together way better than the other one.
Trying to get the one that I'm thinking of has like a little squiggly thing that I don't know if it really translates that well, but I think I'll just have to keep it as it was here.
Okay, we need just some highlights on the eyes. Oh, this eye is probably fine.
It was doing steel poison jellyfish one right now. Man, a jellyfish girl would make a cute VTuber model, Choco says. With tentacle hair, that would make for interesting fan art, she says. I've been workshopping ways to turn pugs into cute VTuber girl boy. Unknown Pug says, I like the idea of far-sighted glasses making eyes look bigger. Oh, like a pug.
Oh,
Oh, that's cute.
I'm excited to see everyone's.
Me too.
Is there like a...
Maybe I can make.
I want like a brush, like an
Like a
airbrush,
line
but
layer.
maybe not so much. Oh wait, here?
I wrote this kind of big.
There, and let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Very light blue on all these. Oh shoot, that's the same layer, isn't it? I drew it on the same layer, didn't I? I'm a fool. There we go.
I want to be more like ethereal.
No, let's let this be like this.
Need more rock?
Does anyone in chat know the specific type of jellyfish that I thought of while making this one? Because there is an answer. I was thinking of specific jellyfish that I think is a really cool design.
I was not thinking of a cool jellyfish.
That's correct, Jambrone. I've drawn other creatures with that same design too. This one also kind of reminds me of one of my favorite fantasy creatures too. Let's just do, how many minutes we got left? We've got 30 seconds left.
oh,
So do your last little bits.
I feel like you didn't have enough.
I think I'm good to go. I think I'm cool on mine.
Oh.
That's it. That's it. Pencils down, everyone. Well, do your last little
Okay.
bit if you need to. Do your last little bit of shading. That is the end of it. This is going to be very interesting, I think. This is going to be very, very interesting. All right. Anyone
I'm
still
ready.
doing stuff? Is everyone ready?
All done.
ready
All
to go.
good? Ready to go? Hell yeah. All right, let's zoom out together in
All right.
3, 2, 1, zoom out.
Whoa.
Look at
Oh.
these. Look at everything. This
They
is,
look so
I,
good.
These are so cute.
I knew that these were going to be really varied and cool. Look at the little, you said they look like eyes and now I see it.
Oh,
Oh,
That's adorable. Steel and rock. Arc is steel and rock type. Oh, you got a floating rock with chains, steel chains, and like gems and stuff.
Yeah,
Flying in the. Why is it flying in the sky?
it has levitate. That's its ability.
Oh.
Because I don't think
Okay.
you'd find this in the water. But yeah, Jambrone, thank you for the idea for the chains. That was very helpful. I had the idea for like
Jambrone, thank you so much for
gemstones
the
to kind of
follow.
make cute big eyes, and then added with the change, I thought it turned out pretty well.
That's a super cool idea. Look, you already like now I see the hatching that you're talking about. Like you had so much enough time. You're like shading, you're adding highlights and shading. It's like multicolored, like 3-layer.
Shape. Once you draw a rock, it's a rock.
Also, the props for, like I said earlier, I kind of wish that I had my outline tool. And we don't really this time because you had to draw those chains individually by hand, each link. And I've done that before, and I know the effort of that. So props for taking the time to draw each of those chains.
Oh, thank you.
And not doing what I do is like, what if this chain only has like 3 or 4 links though, and I finish at there? What if I end early?
It's so good.
That's awesome. All right, so floaty gem rock with chains on the end. And then we go to something else that looks like it's also floating over to the right, and we go Steel Fairy, this
love
UFO
it.
type.
So
Yeah.
That's so good.
This is, I never knew War of the Worlds could be this adorable. Adorable of the Worlds, more likely. So Steel Fairy, and like you get the Steel UFO type and the fairy like kind of magic coming down
Yeah.
from all the rays and everything. What type of like abilities or like what's the lore for this creature? Like where would you find this creature?
Oh, I don't know. I have like, it's not an ultra beast, but it has that kind of feel to it, right? Like it's from like a different world.
Mm-hmm,
It's gonna like suck you up. It's gonna eat you with its little tendrils.
Yeah. No.
It looks cute to trap you.
My Caterpie, no. The big giant eyes on the outside. I love things like that where it's just like big cute like eye orbs.
We'll zoom in.
I always like, you guys have such good color ideas, like so much good color ideas. That's always the hardest part for me, is coming up with good colors to use, or like matching colors together in a way that feels satisfying.
I love the idea for stars for eyes too. It's very thematic.
Pug says Magnazone has some competition with this UFO.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Speaking of electric steel types,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got from Magnazone.
Oh,
We
yeah,
go
yeah.
right down to the electric steel type
This looks
here.
amazing.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Ooh.
This is so cool because like
Look at this.
like this is a very different shape from like the rest of our jellyfishes, with like a sort of smaller head and longer tendrils coming down, and I like that a whole lot. Like this is a very like identifiable silhouette for this.
Yeah, I was
Also,
gonna-
just the long little wires coming down with the little like tips on the end is very cute. I do not want to touch this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna make it just like a big sort of steel-headed jellyfish, but I think it was Pug mentioned like a light bulb sort of one, and I sort of adapted that.
And you chose like a sort of like diamondy shape, like of the light bulb, instead of doing a like a big round one, and I like that a whole lot better.
I wanted to keep it like a jellyfish sort of shape, so I went with that sort of more flat, rounded sort of light bulb shape.
Are those little eyes inside of it on the wires?
Yeah, yes.
That's
Yeah!
so perfect. Just like how jellyfish are translucent. That's perfect.
Little eyes and like a little smile. That's so cute. He will light up the dark.
Yeah, a friend. He's friend shaped.
He's friend shaped. Don't touch him.
Yeah,
It's very dangerous. Do not touch him.
friendship on one end, danger on the other.
all of these art designs are just like, look at this adorable thing that is absolutely going to consume you.
Yeah, danger noodles.
So probably the most dangerous noodles is over here on the right for mine.
Let's see.
Which
Ooh.
Pug
nightmare
in
fuel.
my chat recommended syringes on the
Oh.
end of and I had originally thought before he said that, I was just thinking like, should it kind of be like is it Toxapex? Is that the
Oh, yes.
kind of
Oh,
sea
the Marini one.
the Marini,
Yeah,
yeah,
Mm.
Marini. Who I was thinking like maybe just having like thorny toxic spikes on it and they were just made of metal. The syringe idea made me like gave me the idea to put it on the ends, and at first I was thinking of
10 times
actually
more
making the ends
terrifying.
syringes, and I was just like, that's maybe a little
Wait
too
for
much.
this to be in the
Like,
next Pokemon.
maybe
Yeah.
a little too much
Nintendo's got some
having actual
competition.
syringes on the end, so instead I just
Thank you,
moved it to
Zesticar.
actual needles.
Thank you for the hydrate.
And I had chat try and guess a specific jellyfish I was modeling off of this, and Jam Brown was able to guess the Portuguese man of war.
Oh yeah.
They have like this
Oh.
cool fin on their head that
And they're one of the most deadly jellyfishes.
yeah, and they're like very deadly and poisonous. They have this thing on them that I couldn't really end up drawing, which like their body has like a long, like sort of squiggly thing coming
Oh.
down.
Oh yeah.
I kept drawing squiggles and I could not just get it looking good. I was thinking about how it would be 3D modeled in a Pokemon game now, and I'm just like, that it don't work. But yeah, I love Man of Wars. They're super cool. The veins on the inside are very Metroid-like. I just love Metroid.
Yeah.
You're right.
Metroids
this
are
is
some of my
Nightmare
favorite
Fuel.
creatures. All right. Name time. We got it. We got to come up with some cool names
Ooh.
for this. Little eyes. Pug says loves the little eyes on Liz's bulb. I'd love those
so
too.
cute.
How many jinx does it take to change a light change the shock bulb? Honestly, shock bulb's a good name for that jellyfish.
Yeah.
Shockbulb is good.
Isn't the Man of War not actually a jellyfish? That's correct, Choco. It's not actually a jellyfish.
Oh.
It is, I believe, a hydrozoa, a very like of a similar like genus, or not genus, like of a similar type of classification, but is not technically a jellyfish. Hey, y'all want some interesting Man of War facts? Because I think the creature is cool and have some.
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
A Portuguese Man of War is actually technically 7 other little creatures combining into a big creature.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah, each one is like a specialized creature that it basically just functions like part of a digestive system. And there's one
Okay.
creature that is just like the intestines, and one creature that's just the circulatory system, and one creature that's just this
Oh,
creature.
Wanda,
And they all
thank
just like
you.
pile
Alright, I'm
together
gonna shrimp
into
it.
a body as like a little colony creature to form a bigger creature.
Like cells at work.
I have a big sippy.
Mm-hmm. They function as all like different cells inside of a body. So it's Twitch chat. It's Twitch chat. Yeah.
Oh, Zesticar, thank you for the gifted sub.
He's subscribed to
It's
VTuber.
all just Twitch followers just controlling the streamer. And so it's considered like, you know, one animal, but like it's technically like 7 different creatures in one body. The
That's
hive
crazy.
mind. Yeah, it's super cool. All right, y'all. Name time. We gotta come up with these.
right.
I think I expect some real fun names for this one because it's gonna be. We got some really interesting types on this. We got a lot to work with
Mhm.
here. Pug says hydrate,
names.
redeem, stretch, redeem, self-care, redeem. Okay, doke,
Yeah.
Pug. I will hydrate, and y'all can join me on the stretching and self-caring.
Ugh. Stretch my hands.
All right. Names that stick out. We've got electric jellyfish. We've got a rock gemmy fish.
A jellyfish.
I think Pug is adamant that I name it Dwayne the Jelly Johnson.
Because it's a rock.
So I feel like we have to.
Dwayne
That's
the
good.
Jelly Johnson.
He looks like a Dwayne, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see the Dwayne, yeah. Dwayne the Jelly Johnson. All right, Pug somehow got someone to name their Pokemon Jelly
Yeah.
Johnson.
Just for you.
Well, that was much faster than I thought it was going to take. What do we do for a UFO jelly? A steel fairy UFO jelly.
Hmm.
Jellifo. A jelly. Jam says Dwangle for
Pug,
like
thank you
Tangle.
for the follow.
For mine,
Dwangle.
War, like Syringa War. I see what you're doing.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Let's see. We've got. Oh, for the electric thing, it could be like coil something, and that might work for like coiling tentacles as well and
Ooh.
wires.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Coily fish.
Coily fish.
A
Jelly coil.
jelly coil.
Jelly coil's very cute.
Mmm.
Edifish, like Edison, Choco says.
Sounds kind of like Jellicle Cat though.
But for a UFO, for an alien. ACD Selly. I don't think that works. I don't think those sounds just go together. Inventor of the bulb, Edison. Inventor of the bulb. The bulb. The bulb. We got tentacles or tendrils. An unidentified, unigelified flying object. There's also, we got like hydrozoa creatures. Is there any pun on hydrozoa for mine? Hydra.
Hydrostabby.
Wonderful arc.
No, no,
Master of wordplay.
no. I'm so bad at names. I like drawing characters. I don't know what to name them.
Well, Hydrostabby's the front runner so far, and so we got, unless someone can come up with someone with
Come on,
better than
chat.
Hydrostabby.
Please, please, someone outdo that one.
You're gonna call Boysen's Baskin, because 51 flavors. I don't even get it. I don't even get the 51 flavors part. And also, isn't Baskin Robbins 31 flavors? Jellison for the bulb one.
Whatever Pokemon number it is, so like 800 something.
Oh, because Area 51, and then connecting it to Baskin Robbins. So Pug went from A to D, and now has finally revealed the B and C steps. So he's just like, how about Baskin? It's like, okay, explain yourself. He's like Baskin Robbins has 51 flavors. Well, actually, it was 31, but like we say it's 51 flavors, right?
Misty
And like
Jilde?
Area 51 has aliens, so Baskin.
What's the?
So
Explain to
anyway,
me.
we got that's one suggestion is Baskin.
I could think of it like celestial, like space. But then I was thinking like celestial, and that does not sound good.
You do honestly, my favorite so far is just unigelified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unidentified,
That's
just
pretty good.
unigelified.
Especially if you're going like the Ultra Beast route.
Mm.
So let's see, wait, were one of those ideas, did one of those ideas that we mentioned sound good to you, Liz? Like, were you leaning towards one of those things that we were talking about?
It's been a couple of good ones. I just try to decide on like.
Pug, I don't think
Mr.
Joe
Jade is
Pro
the river
is
jellyfish we've had,
particularly.
and the mystery falls apart. Or maybe let's say
I don't know
Should
what
we
that's
say
gonna
Jill
be.
said of Jill? Too high concept.
I think it was,
Gerstad, your
what
brain
was
was
it, like
too huge.
Jellicoil or like coilafish or something?
Too big.
Jellywatt.
Jelly what?
Jellywatt's pretty
Oh.
good.
Ooh.
Jelly what?
Jellywatt
That's a give me the dancing blurb.
sounds awesome. Jellywatt, it feels like it would have a evolution
Where are my blues
that
gone?
is either a smaller bulb
There he
pre-evolution
is.
or like a bigger bulb, like a whole lamp or something, as a bigger evolution.
Yeah. Ooh.
Jellywatt's good. Jellified. Dwayne the Jelly Johnson, Jellywatt. And now this horrifying monstrosity on the bottom right. Got it could be syringe jelly.
Sarin jelly.
It could be turns her into a fluorescent tube.
I mean, he trained study mode.
Just a long
That's okay,
tube.
forgive him.
Oh.
Evolution is an LED strip that it doesn't flash RGB. Is it got
Jelly shank.
Jelly shank? That's,
No, no.
I think jelly stab, honestly.
No.
I'll probably go syringe jelly.
Yeah.
Syringe, or just syringel. Let me go in here. Syringel. Should it be a J or a G?
I like the G.
Looks good.
Some people might pronounce it as
Yeah.
syringel if they read it. If they don't
That's
read it,
okay. That's where you get the controversy from, like Arceus.
Like GIF and GIF.
Okie dokie. Well, this one, so according to Pokemon, Jif is pronounced Jif because this is gel with a soft J there. And so that's what we're going with. So we got Syringel, we've got Jellywatt, we've got Dwayne the Jelly Johnson, and Unigellified.
Hello, Dim.
Oh, they're all beautiful.
Time to save this for posterity because
Oh,
G for gel.
These
It's not
are so
gross
cute.
poison
These are
gel.
our cutest yet, I think.
Yeah.
Except for mine, but I like mine.
It fits right in though. They're all
Alright,
dangerous.
Did I duplicate it accidentally? I think I duplicated accidentally. That's okay. Yep, I accidentally duplicated it. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that.
Dwayne the Jelly Johnson's got real Drifloon vibes. Like it's just going to come down for you. It's going to descend from the clouds.
Don't
Another missing
Drifloons-
children.
Yeah, I was
Pokemon.
gonna-
Yeah.
I was gonna say, doesn't Drifloon canonically just carry away small children to their
A
death?
lot of Pokemon do.
Lure them away with the gems.
Isn't like what are they called? Vantumps? The little tree
Oh,
ones? Aren't they
yeah.
like children that get lost in the woods?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. So many of the ghost type Pokemon are just horrifying. Like their lore is just horrifying, and I kind of adore it.
Because
They're
he's
just
lost
like, hey, what
children
if in
to
this
people's
children's game,
Jelbert.
half of these Pokemon are just
Like
your dead
Kirby.
family members?
Just goes stone mode in the sky. And
Like,
just...
yeah, this is when dogs
crunch.
get real old and they die. This happens. Be like, Jesus, don't do Pokemon. Why? But that's what happens.
They're like, this is rated E for everyone, for sure.
My favorite is just how wild they got with Alola's Pokedex entries, where they just decided to make it as like hardcore animals eating other animals nature facts as they could. Because there was one time I was doing an ASMR stream or two where I was reading Pokedex entries in a soft voice, and I was just like, Pokedex
That's
entry
good.
number 51, Diglett does this, and and just reading like soft Pokedex entries. Whenever I got down to the Alola one, it was always the most horrendous, like scary
Oh,
thing
no.
ever.
But
Where it's just like, this Pokemon has a natural predator and this other Pokemon who will hunt them down and eat them mercilessly. And just like, Jesus, Alola.
They went hard.
All right, enough of my horrifying stories. What do you guys say to one more?
Yeah,
sounds
one
good.
more.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, one more. Let's go. Let's make a brand new canvas. We got a new
A
drawing.
brand new canvas.
Hold on one sec. I just need to get rid of this drawing. Move to bin. Yes, move to bin. There we go. We've got new drawing number 4.
Okay.
We're in.
We're in. Hacker voice, we're in. And we need one final animal for all of us to draw. RJ says dog Pokemon next. And I saw some good ones before as well. Everyone put in your final
Ugh.
Pokemon ideas and we'll pick something that we like.
Yeah.
Your final animal ideas and we'll pick something that we like. Jellyfish, what were some of the previous ones? Hi, Foo, I didn't even see you. This is the collab Fakemon stream? Yeah, this is the collab Fakemon stream. That was a while ago, so that was before the jelly thing that you said that. So if you're
Crocodile?
still hanging out, then hi, Foo. think steel.
Crocodile?
Crocodile. Love crocodiles. That's awesome.
Crocodile?
Yeah, feel free to put any suggestions you have in chat.
Previously, there was tardigrade.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was gorilla. There was ant.
Yeah,
Shark.
I had penguin in mind.
Penguin's another good one. Shark and butterfly. Frog. I have already done a frog, an anglerfish.
Oh.
I've already done a frog, so I don't think I want to do another frog for a little while. Joopy votes penguin. I'm gonna go lay somewhere. I hope. I'm sorry, Choco. I'm sorry. We already done it. I hope your migraine, your headache gets better space.
Oh,
Cheetah. Cheetah is a cute one.
Didn't Choco ask for butterfly as
A
well?
mole?
Choco asked for butterfly earlier. I
A
like
mole?
a mole is cute. I like a tadpole. That still counts as frog in my book. So I like the idea of
baby form.
butterfly, cheetah, or penguin. Those three sound interesting.
I like butterfly. I think that's interesting.
I don't think we've had too many butterflies of like weird types in Pokemon. There are a lot of
Yeah.
butterflies and moths, but all of them are just kind of
Interesting. Come
bug,
up with-
poison, flying, like sort of the standard types you'd think. If we get something really interesting, like, you know, a rock type or a fire type or something, it would be very cool.
Yeah, make all of you guys draw rock type this time.
Yeah. And watch, you're gonna get rock steel again.
Oh no.
You could veto it if you wanted to. So are you guys? So we're going butterfly for our last
Thanks
one.
for following.
And I kind of like we each share one type and we have to do a second different type. You guys want to do another one like that?
Yeah, that
Or-
sounds good.
Or two
Yeah.
totally unique types?
I like having the shared type, but yeah.
All right, let's do shared type. So let me get out my wheel here and decide on our one shared type. Here we go. All right, spin the wheel for our shared butterfly type.
Bug type, imagine.
First one is grass,
Okay.
which I feel like that can make sense. Grass. Do we want to keep grass or do we want to go for a weirder one?
I'd be okay going for a weirder one.
Yeah, I don't
I-
mind.
I think before bug types, wasn't things just grass?
Bug was in the first one, and Caterpie and all the butterfly ones were bug type. Yeah, everyone. Pug's saying spin
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
We're gonna spin again. All right, like
Yeah, I got some weird ones.
we're vetoing grass. We want a weirder one. All right, second spin. This will be still for our share type.
I'm busy Googling butterflies.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be our shared type is
Yes! Let's go!
Ghost is so cool for butterflies because butterflies have traditionally kind of often represented like, you know, ideas of death or spirits or souls or things. Like they've been symbols of people's like souls or spirits. And so the ghost butterfly is super cool. All right, so we're all ghost and now we each get a different type. And that's going to be, no matter what, it's going to be fun because
Yeah.
I feel like you can make
I'm so glad I get
ghost
to draw
plus
ghost.
any type really interesting.
Mhm.
All right. So, first, Ark, your second type, it is going to be Ghost plus.
Please not Rock.
Come on, Rock. Come on, Rock. Come on, Rock. You're getting Dark type. You're getting Derek type.
Hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
You get Ghost / Dark Butterfly.
Oh my god.
Very interesting. Very cool. Sin, your second type is.
yeah, my bad.
You get Rock type.
Yay!
You get Ghost Rock, which I don't know if that's ever been done. Is there a Ghost Rock Pokemon?
Already ahead of you, Pug. Already ahead
Oh,
of
I don't
you.
know.
I can't think of a Ghost Rock Pokemon yet. That's a very interesting typing. And let's go down to Liz. Your secondary type after ghost is.
Yeah, the tombstone butterfly.
You're getting
That's pretty
it.
good.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You got fire
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, let me look up a nice picture of a
Ghost
tombstone.
fire butterfly. We did it, Choco. Someone got fire. Ghost is immune to rock, right? No. Ghost is fine, or rock is fine against ghost. Now, we've got one last one, which is mine. And my secondary type after ghost is spin the wheel.
Like a crypt?
Ice or fairy, ice or fairy, ice or fairy.
Ooh.
Ice type. Oh, that's so
Ooh.
cool. Ghost ice. Ghost ice. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that, but that's such a cool concept. There aren't any ghost dark at the current moment. There are a lot of ghost dark. Or
What?
do you mean ghost
Gateway?
rock? Oh, they meant
Oh.
ghost rock. And ghost rock is a thing already. Rune Regis should have been one, but was it?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
it not?
yeah.
First one that game. Golurk. Well, Golurk is ground actually, not rock.
Oh.
There's quite a few ground ghost types, but I don't think there's any rock ghost types unless
So
like
weird.
Rune Regis was one.
Oh, I have a question.
What's up?
Do moths count like butterflies if we have an idea that's kind of like a moth?
Sure, I'd say so.
Okay.
All right, let me draw our little plus sign
Oh yeah.
to divide up an area. Whoop, whoop. Right there. That's the corners. And all right here. We want, I am
Okay.
ghost ice.
Let's make the canvas a little bigger. There we go.
Ice. Fascinating. Interesting. Choco says no to moths. Choco is a
Oh,
butterfly.
no.
Choco is a butterfly girl
Okay,
herself.
okay. I will do
and,
straight butterfly. I promise.
and Pug says moths are just cuter butterflies, and Choco put an angry emote and a
Oh,
gun.
uh-oh. See, this is why I had to ask. I knew chat would have an opinion.
Oh, we have a butterfly in the chat, so yeah, there's opinion there. RJ says a frozen butterfree for me. Where its ghost is coming out because it's just frozen.
Just
It
an ice
froze
cube.
to death. Yeah, it's died in an ice cube, and its ghost is just coming out.
I was like, does glass count as rock? It's mineral, right?
There's so many cool ideas
We
of
could do like a glass wing butterfly.
like just ice ghost, like that one. Who's that? What's that ice ghost one? Who looks like a. It looks like a person wearing Frostlass. Yeah, it looks like a person wearing.
What if it was like a
almost
tombstone
yukata.
with like cathedral window wings?
Like Frostlass, the
How
idea of
Saberline
like
not
just
ghost rock?
a
Oh my god, you're
cold
right.
spirit, is because like ghosts, like when they pass through you, like you feel chilled, and so like the idea of ghost ice feels like it would fit really well with something. But I gotta make it butterfly like. Gotta decide how to like put the Ooh, oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, can I do that justice? I'm gonna try to do that justice. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do that justice. All right. Butterflies don't have like big fly eyeballs, do they? Like dragonfly or fly eyeballs? I don't think they do, right?
We're not drawing it, right? Maybe. We're thinking.
Should I check butterfly
Maybe I missed it.
eyeballs? Yeah, Choco, that was my idea, kind of. Like you'll see. Oh, but
Okay.
actually most butterfly Pokemon, they have like
What?
they got some significance to their little bodies.
Where's my brush?
It's got like a very skinny body.
Okay.
Down at the bottom, it's gotta be ghost-like.
Alright, chat, I gotta make this creepy.
Yeah!
The creepiest Derek Pokemon.
Yeah!
I want to be like a crucifix, right? Like the top of a gravestone. Oh god, I forgot that this doesn't. Ooh. Okay.
I could do a lot of extra for this. You have a butterfly and a rat in chat. Moths just be furry butterflies. What's not to love? Oh, Choco's gonna fight you. Need a better angle.
Oh man, a crucifix butterfly, right?
Let's. Is this lasso tool? Yes, lasso tool.
How do I put the eyes and stuff on there though? Like, it needs its like.
Oh.
Proboscis?
Oh, no.
Proboscis.
Accidentally zoomed out. I'm not peeking, I promise.
Maybe.
I just need to redraw this one. Ah! Someone raided me.
Yay,
Pond!
raid!
Hiya, hiya!
Pond,
Oh,
welcome
welcome,
in.
Danny.
Hi.
Thank you for the redeem.
Hi, Pond. Hi, everyone in Pond's chat. Welcome on in, Raiders. Space, are you around? Can you give a shout out? If not, I can do it. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Kup Goodle. I'm a sentient cup of noodles. We're drawing some FAKEMON. We're designing
I'm like, if I can draw it from
some
this way, then I can
FAKEMon
draw it
types.
from-
Oh, I forgot to
if I can
set
do this
the timer.
Aw,
Let me just
we're stopping
Oops.
by.
let me just put it at like
I hope you have a good night.
12 minutes. I'll just say like 3 minutes have passed.
Maybe
That's
look up
probably
some
generous.
like
So
cathedral
let me give you a
windows.
shout out, Pond. Shout out. Admitted RN. Thank you so much for coming on in. So we're drawing some FAKEMon designs with our guests Ark, Sin, and
Hey,
Liz
Pratt,
here.
hello!
And we are all got ghost type butterflies. And we have a secondary type that we're all drawing. Mine is Ghost Ice. And
This has to be more pointed, right? Like cathedral
Ark's
windows.
is Ark, what were your types again?
Ghost Derek.
Ghost Derek, that's right. And Sin, what was your types again?
Ghost Rock.
Ghost Rock, hell yeah.
I believe in you.
And Liz,
I had Ghost Fire.
Ghost Fire, very interesting. So yeah, we are drawing our various ghost type butterflies like that.
Oh. That's not the lasso tool.
That one, actually, I kind of like the angle, even if it doesn't make sense.
I want to make the body smaller. Oh, no. Okay.
I really wish I had the symmetry tool. I don't have to draw two sides of the wings.
There we go. All right. Now let's draw some.
A small gremlin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How am I doing
They're
today?
kind of
I'm doing pretty good.
skull-like.
I had a sleep in,
I was more gonna add.
and then I pretty much came straight here. We've just been collabing for the last few hours, drawing lots of FAKEMON. How are you doing today?
I think I'm just gonna keep like the eye thing.
Like the hatching that it has.
Oh.
It needs like a face. Whether I just like Round out the top.
Here. Here.
I gotta make.
Not too bad, just chilling. Hell yeah.
I gotta make these wings larger. Oh,
I hope I have enough time to like color this stuff.
Yeah, good. It's just getting huge eyes from the start. No. This one's not working for me.
How did I
That
do
has
it
just like
before?
big
Thank
eyes at
you.
the start.
I'll do my best.
It's so creepy. Thank you for the gift. Wait, did it go off? Alright, what can I do with these?
You can just do the same design here. There.
This is demonic.
And something like this.
The false god is here.
That. 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 This.
It
Lots
doesn't
of
get-
little
it doesn't get
lines.
legs.
Lots of little lines.
Okay, let's just start getting some lines on. A weird Pokemon, yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh,
God,
wait.
nothing's working today.
I have an
Wait a
idea.
minute. Wait a minute.
Let
This
me-
isn't a butterfly.
Hang on a second.
Looks at my second kangaroo drawing of the night. Wait a minute. I must have understood the prompt.
Hee
Yeah, we're drawing some weird little guys today.
Okay. Let me see what people are saying. Hey
Thank you for the head
guys, I'm here.
pats.
Awesome Pokemon stuff going on. Thank you, Pond. Go back guarding that gate. Love you, Pug. Pug instigating in chat.
Okay.
Slandering butterflies, calling moths better. The only way a moth is cuter than a butterfly is if I am drawing at set X step the butter. I don't know what RJ's saying. Can't do
No,
butterflies.
the butterfly moth wars.
The butterfly moth wars.
Where are my layers?
All right, we have got 6.5 more minutes.
Oh, I got color.
Oh,
Add another layer, put it down here. Add this. Let's make it, we can make it.
I don't want this ghost. I don't want this ghost on my team.
I'm actually kind of glad that I was able to do my basic premise in a way that I'm like, yeah, people understand it. It looks pretty. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to do it very pretty, but I'm looking at it and be like, no, like people will get it and they'll think like, oh, that's a pretty design. So I'm happy.
Okay, let's get some nice colors.
Let's
in
do
here.
kind of darker for this. Go, coming down like that. Let's do much darker for the eyes.
I'm like trying to look at
This
some nice windows,
or
but
that. No, that's honestly fine as is. And now we go much brighter.
it has to be like a darker blue, I think.
There's smudge tool.
There might not be.
I'm just gonna fill this in.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Doesn't look like there is. This going on. 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 Everything going on
Okay, let's.
with this butterfly. I suppose I should add sparkles. Since I got a couple of minutes. We got 3.5 minutes.
Oh,
No.
I'm madly just trying to add color.
Same, same.
I feel like this one, my ice ghost one, the way that other butterfly Pokemon could use like spore powders to paralyze or poison you, it can freeze you with its spore powders.
We'll just color it quick like this. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Am I freaking
Like
out?
that
Yeah.
for artists. Shortcut. Cheat. Ignore. Shortcut, cheat, ignore.
Can I? Flip? Yes.
There we go. Okay.
I
Now,
didn't draw the
maybe I'll
wings
do
the
something
same.
about the eyes.
No! It's fine. Duplicate. Flip.
Maybe there'll be like a dark blue. That's weird.
This is hellish.
That's a little too weird.
We dropped the ball. Oh, maybe he doesn't need a nose.
I'm gonna redo the color of its body. I think a brighter pink might be better. Or a darker purple. Let's go an actual purple.
He looks like a spoon.
Nah, I guess it's fine. That's a bit better.
Do I know what I'm doing, chat? No. No, I don't.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's a cute idea. All right, I'm gonna keep that. All right, I think I'm good to go. You've got 30 more seconds, everyone.
Oh, God.
Oh, pug nose, pug nose.
Wait.
Yeah, I suppose I need something in there.
Flip it!
All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Ice particles, sparkles. Yeah, ice particles, sparkles. That's it.
Oh,
Everyone put your pens down, or at least put on the finishing touches. The last little
Sweet.
finishing touch that I really like. All right, everyone good? Everyone done?
I
Done.
guess.
Yep. Yeah.
It's all right. You can get partial credit. All right, let's zoom out and see everyone's in 3,
Ooh.
2,
Oh no, they look really
1.
good.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Oh
They look
my
really good.
goodness.
Listen.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Ark. Ark, holy
Ark
shit.
went off.
Whoa.
Ark, what the fuck? This is so
Fired.
cool. Ark, holy shit. All right. This is a lot of things that I love in a Pokemon. It's creepy, it's cool. It's like weird eyeballs is super awesome. The fact that it is kind of thematic to a lot of butterflies having eye shapes on their wings to scare off predators. Like it's a very cool all around. The JoJo reference, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, the main
It's a
idea was that I
lexicon.
wanted to make like a creepy butterfly with like the eyes on its wings, and then I was like,
So
well, these eyes are
cute.
starting to look familiar, and then I put the lines underneath them, and I was like, oh, I am just drawing JoJo.
That's super cool. And yeah, JoJo, this is like JoJo villain stand. This would be a villain stand and would absolutely be dark.
Yeah,
Sorry,
this-
the stand would be named Derek.
This butterfly says, it's me, Derek.
Well, now, oh darn. Well, now we need to name it something musical. Something,
Ooh,
if it's a
yeah.
JoJo reference, it needs to have a
True.
musical name.
This is
Is
just
there-
a stand, it's not a Pokemon anymore.
If anyone in chat knows any musicians named Derek, then that will be awesome.
Yes,
It doesn't need to be spelled the same way.
I would appreciate the help.
I only know
It is
one
me,
that comes to my mind,
Derek.
Derek Trucks, and that's not someone anyone knows
Ando,
about.
hello.
He's like a blues
What are you
musician.
doing? You're on holiday. Get out of here.
Jojo Fly, just Jojo Fly.
Go
That would
enjoy.
work for a name. All right, Sid. We've got Ghost Rock over here, and I need
Okay,
to
yeah.
ask what the fuck is going on. With
Yeah,
this.
listen. Okay, I had a time. I got really
Yeah,
stuck.
you know what you do. I think. What's
So
going
much
on?
detail in the wings.
Okay, let me. I'm so embarrassed.
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, we was going for a crucifix.
Mm,
Ooh.
that's
With
scary.
like, I like glasswing butterflies with like the transparent ring, the transparent wings. So that's what I was going for. We were going to do cathedral window wings,
Like a
but-
stained glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a good idea.
That is a very cool idea.
So consider this an early concept.
This is an early got like just imagining a stained glass window.
Yeah, imagine
butterfly.
if it looked good.
I am like it looks awesome, and like that I want to see that concept.
How did you make it so symmetrical?
I just copied and flipped it.
Oh, I couldn't figure that out. I tried.
I know, but that idea is really good. I like that,
Yeah.
especially for
Choco,
Ghost
that's so
Rock,
funny.
like a closer to Christian rock.
That's so funny.
the because also like how do you do a Ghost Rock butterfly? And yeah, like cathedral windows is a way to do it. Like
Yeah,
something
I was like, glass counts, right? It's a mineral.
it's a yeah, I would
Yeah,
absolutely
made
say
of
glass
sand.
counts for rock. Like you can absolutely count glass as rock, and so the idea of like something old, some old like religious artifact being ghost makes so much sense to me.
Mm.
All right. I get it now. No explanation, no further explanation needed.
Thank you.
All right, now we get to the other like wow these colors.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow these colors, and we
Mhm.
got another with eyes. All the eyes just being top tier
love
designing
it.
right now in terms of butterflies. This looks so cool.
Yeah, I wanted to like the body itself, like the smaller body is actually dead and the actual main body is the wings.
Oh,
I was gonna ask why its antenna were down and all slumped. That's
Yeah.
freaking cool.
Damn,
A
Liz.
plus idea.
That's cool, and that's in line with like the kind of creepy that would be in a Pokemon game, where it's not over the top,
Mm-hmm.
but just the concept is just like, oh, that's kind of
Yeah. Yeah, so the wings themselves are the actual main body of it.
they're like that's its actual eyes,
Yeah.
and they would like turn to look at you. Like, can the
Mhm.
eyes move in there? Could the
Probably
eyes
not.
like look left and right?
Probably not practical with the wings flapping all the time, but
Well, it's a ghost. Maybe it doesn't need to flap to float.
ooh,
You
it
know?
just hovers.
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to put some bright colors in there too for the fire and stuff like that. That it's just emanating heat.
you chose
Mm-hmm.
great colors. Like, I love that red combined with the yellow and the orange, and especially like you have the perfect like the little ghost flames that like you see on a bunch of like Japanese yokai ghosts, like are perfect like thing for any sort of ghost fire type. So those are good little effect too. That's super cool. That's an interesting concept. It's like the most burned, charred hot dog I've ever seen. This is what happens when you have your hot dogs burned too far on the campfire. They just sprout wings and grow into a fire butterfly.
no.
Glizzy, holy fly. Oh, for the stained glass one. Holy fly, Batman.
Ooh.
And now we got our ice one over here.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh,
I see all the particles. Yep, yep.
The little like dust particles that freeze you.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Like
wanted
diamond dust.
its wings to be like, because all the different scales that you get on like a butterfly wings, I was just like, what if those were crystals?
yeah.
Oh.
That's so cool.
I want this Pokemon to be one that like you catch in game and you're just like, this one's so pretty.
Mm.
But like the kind of scary ghost like middle.
So
Mm-mm.
love all like the little subtle like ghost effects on it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like the wispy body.
The last little thing I added with 30 seconds to go were the little ghost antenna, and that kind of brought the whole thing together to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it was just sort of a spooky face. It just looked like the Scream by Monk. So yeah, that's I imagine that those little particles, the little spore particles, like freeze instead of do other things.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
You don't
Okay.
have a freeze spore move yet, so that's fitting.
Yeah, I feel like freeze is kind of underutilized, probably because it's just so powerful to just make people just not move at all. That maybe it's good that they don't have too many freezing moves. All right, we got some really neat concepts here. I think we can come up with some really cool names. I've seen Pug do a whole bunch of names in the chat already too. So let's see what we can come up with.
Mm-mm.
There was already JoJo Fly for the one on the top left, which is very fitting. We've got what else people say. JoJo Fly, Holy Fly for the one on the top right. Besides, of course, Christian Rock and
good.
Glizzy, as well as Crazy Town for the JoJo reference one. The top song is Butterfly. Their top song, Crazy Town, has a top song called Butterfly.
Oh.
Oh.
Who was the one? What was that song that was always on Dance Dance Revolution that was called Butterfly? I, my little butterfly.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. That's like unlocking a memory.
Yeah.
It was always like the one bunch of people chose on Dance Dance Revolution in arcades.
The first thing I was thinking of for a JoJo reference at least was Death Cab for Cutie Fly, but that's already a different Pokemon.
A slime has entered the chat. Hi, Dax. Hi. You came in right at the end of our last Pokemon drawing session, FAKEMON drawing session. You can help us name some FAKEMON.
It's literally called Butterfly, the song. Oh, that makes
by
sense.
Smile DK. Smile DK. Yeah, but Dax, help us name these cool butterfly. Butterflame might work for the one on the bottom left. Instead of butterfly, we got Butterflame. We could do for the stained glass one. Ghost Rock one could be a JoJo Part 2 reference as well. Cross
Oh
made of rock.
no.
We're all JoJo
Oh
references.
no.
All of us are JoJo references. The stained glass cathedral crucify.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Crucify, pretty good. Crystal fly for bottom right. Crystal fly is also pretty nice. Buttermenace. Butterminence. Butterminence. An ice. What about
Crucify.
ice crystal? Ice crystal.
I like
ice
that.
fly. Oh, also, I'm gonna look up musicians. Spookerfly. Spookerfly. That would work for all of ours. I'm gonna look up musicians. Derek. And see what comes up.
Derek.
For Liz, maybe like I don't want to say like just ash fly. I was thinking of like ash or
Oh.
like phoenix.
Yeah. Oh,
Shutterfly. That's good.
Burnerfly.
Someone suggested Shutterfly for the ghost eyes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like SHUDDER.
Yeah.
That's real good. And that looks pretty good for the ghost eyes, for the
Wire.
top ghost dark.
Oh, which one?
For yours, Shutterfly.
Ooh.
Like
Mm,
Shutter.
True.
Derek Trucks, Derek Sherinian. There's not a whole lot of famous musicians named Derek.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we could go with Shutterfly unless you want to use it for yours.
No, I think you're good. Yours would definitely make someone shudder more. Oh, well, actually, I didn't even connect the cold to shudder.
Shiverfly.
Shiverfly. All right, can we think of any other ones that would be good for either mine or Ark's? Top left or bottom right? Because I also kind of want to use Shutterfly as well. If you.
Oh
aren't
yeah,
using it.
go for it.
But what else can we do besides Shutterfly for either of ours? Butterfire for the bottom left. There's burnt fly, burntfly instead of butter.
Oh, cinder. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, cinder something.
Maybe like Incinder, like insect.
Oh.
That's
I
pretty
like
good.
how we're all leaning towards the fly part rather than the butter part.
Butter wing, butter ball, butter flame, butter ice. You do Cinderfly. You do Incinder. You do
Butterfreeze.
Choco just says butterfly. Butter pump for
Butter
Arcs.
glissy.
butter who's what?
Sorry. I said butter
who's
glissy.
what?
I said butter glissy for Liz's.
The way that just burst out of you.
Just a thought.
All right, someone clip that, please.
No.
Yeah. Butterfreeze. Ooh, Butterfreeze is pretty good. How about you take Shutterfly and I take Butterfreeze?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take Butterfreeze. There's Butterfree, but I'm Butterfreeze. I'm the cooler one, literally. Phantom Fly, someone says.
They're also good. Well,
Butter.
they're also good.
Freeze.
That's not me being a downer. I think I did some bangers on the other ones.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm taking.
I might go
up your
back
space.
and
I'm so
redo
sorry.
this one to
Look at
redeem
you.
Trying to
myself.
smush it.
It's as if the extra JoJo anime action lines on the edge weren't already.
Oh, make
I'm
it
so
smaller.
I'm so glad that you added those little effect lines just for extra
Demon
effect.
Derek.
I'm amazed you had how did you have in 15 minutes enough time to not only like do the shading and coloring on your actual butterfly, but also add like go 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 and effect lines and all of these things. That is an incredible use of time.
I do like
Yeah.
drawing fast, but it takes time to like get used to it. So that's why the first 2 rounds mine were so scuffed, and by the third one I was like, okay, I think I got it.
Also, the lines on Liz's feel so much like I could buy this like a pin, like on Etsy, like
I
smooth, like like a magnet or a pin. It's got very much like graphic design shapes.
I love how you mixed the line work with like the lineless coloring. Like there's no lines separating the orange and the red and the yellow.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Yeah, I realized.
Is the
Sorry.
body of the hot dog, so to speak, the same outline color, or is there like a slightly lighter blue in there?
No, it's the same outline color. I drew
Yeah.
that first. I'm like, okay, that's done. So now the wings.
Because I like that. It's one of those, like, as far as one of the reasons why it feels very graphic designy is just because there's like 3 or 4 colors in there that get used in a lot of different ways, just sort of repeating over, where it definitely looks like it is a chosen palette that is like, one of those like 4 color palette challenges. And I like the layout of how you came up with it.
Thank you.
These are good. These are all cool. Hell yeah. Everyone's still giving Choco says Bussy Fly for a suggestion. Everyone's still coming up with good suggestions for names. I'm sure that's gonna be our next one, don't worry. Pomp is short for Psychopomp, who delivers
That's
souls
the
to the
next
afterlife.
butterfly or VTuber is Busty Fly.
They would be incredibly popular but only for a specific reason. Imagine if you're a wholesome VTuber with a name like that, and everyone coming in the chat and be like, "No, it's all family friendly here," and you're actually trying to be, and you don't understand why people are being lewd in chat. All right, well that is. Oh wait, gotta remember to download it. Gotta remember to.
Oh yeah.
Save this one. Hell yeah, there we go. Time
You
for
want to
Choco
do
says
a
time for a
quick
rebrand.
recap?
A recap? Yeah. All right, let's look at each one. Let's look at our first one. Our first
When we
one,
started.
when we first started, was skinks, the reptile skinks, and we got dark skinks. So we have Sink, the seen, edgy, literally butterfly on the top left by Ark. We've got Choker Boros, a choker
So good.
dark type that you wear around your neck. We've got Skinkler, who sprays his tail bits at you from the shadows. And we've got Gunskinker, a dark, evil cowboy gunslinger type. Shoots a water pistol at you. Next, our next one was kangaroos, and we all got water kangaroos. So we have Sea Kangaroo, the seahorse kangaroo, who this is the papa carrying the baby in its pouch this time.
Chocoboros was
We have
good, right?
Rubberoo, a rubber hose Pokemon would be its typing, and it is a firefighter Pokemon who's snorting water out of his nostrils, which I think is cute. We've got Tanneroo, the tan surfer dude, who's got tan lines all over, and his tail is his surfboard and cool shades, looking out at the water. What's he thinking when he's looking out at the water, Liz?
I love
Thinking about those
Liz's with the tan
waves.
lines.
Damn, look at those
It's really
waves.
good.
It's so good.
And finally, Kangaku, the 90s cereal mascot kangaroo, who goes water surfing and wears a Hawaiian shirt. Thinking about the tan line tag. Thinking about the tan line. No, wait, no.
Oh, I feel like Kangacool will evolve into Tanneroo because you're wearing the shirt and eventually we'll get the tan.
It's been out in the water too long.
That's how you
Evolution
evolve. It's a tan.
He evolved. He took off his shirt. He evolved. He got tanner.
Oh.
he got tan lines now. That's his evolution. After Alolan Dugtrio, and anything is on the table for Pokemon
true.
evolutions now. Okay, next canvas was jellyfish, and we got all steel something jellyfish. We have Steel Rock in the top left, who is Dwayne the Jelly Johnson, a floating chain and rock with gems jellyfish. We have Steel Fairy in the top right, who is a UFO jelly with energy tentacles. It's unidentified. On the bottom left, we have Steel Electric Jellyfish, who's Jelly Watt. Did I say the right tops and bottoms and rights and lefts? I feel like I didn't. We got Jelly Watt, a glowing light bulb jellyfish. And on the bottom right, we have Syringel, a steel poison syringe-like jelly. Man of War. He took up surfing. He was already water skiing. Is surfing the cooler of the two. And lastly, I think this one might the butterfly and the jellyfish. Honestly, I love them all, but jellyfish are one of my favorite creatures, so I do like these ones. And then the butterfly one, to end it, we all got butterfly dark type with something else. We have the ghost dark JoJo stand here, Shutterfly, aka Demon Derek. I see that right there. And we've got ghost rock type, Crucifly, a cathedral what is it called? Stained glass wing Pokemon. We've got on the bottom left, Incinder, a bug that has already burnt out, and these are the
so
flame's
cool.
wings are like
Such a good
its
idea,
main
though.
body now. And in the bottom right, we've got Butterfreeze, a ghost with icy crystal wings. This I'm so proud of us.
You guys are so creative.
That's all so cool.
Did you guys feel like before you started this, how confident were you guys in your ability to kind of come up with concepts and things?
Not very.
Not very.
I feel like I was panicking so much because this is a new art program.
But after this, how do you guys feel? Do you feel like, you actually did a decent job at coming up with some things?
Yeah, I think so. I think those good ideas.
And how'd you feel about seeing everyone else's?
Oh,
Y'all
fantastic.
are so
So
talented.
good.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
And now just take everything that people said about each other and just realize that you're included in that. All of those things. You guys are all so cool and awesome. That includes every single one of us. And we can all be super proud of what we did. I've got all of these downloaded. I hope you guys do too. I definitely want to tweet out, show off what we've done today with
Please
some fun
do.
things. This this works so good with fellow artist friends, especially Pokemon people who know about Pokemon. So I want to thank you all for coming in and joining me on this little FAKEMON drawing stream.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank you
us.
for inviting
having
us.
Yeah, Pug says he's proud of what he did. Thank you very much, Pug. Thank you
Thank
to
you,
all the
chat.
chat.
Thank
You guys helped a lot, not only with suggestions for animals, but a lot of you guys came up with suggestions for concepts too, and helped us with names and concepts. And you guys are MVP just as much as us today, especially even Choco, who forced and coerced us at gunpoint in order to sway us away from moths. It still worked pretty well. We still appreciate any sort of force or brutality. So that is gonna be the end of the stream. Do you guys normally we could log off a Discord, you guys could do an ending thing, or we could all do a mass raid to someone? Do you guys normally take a little bit to talk and chat with your chat before you go in, or do you guys want to all just do a simultaneous raid on someone?
I'm happy to raid someone. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we should see who's online.
Yeah, feel free to check, see if you got anyone. I'm willing to raid someone that I don't know if you guys have someone in mind.
I
can also check who's on.
Zephyr Rebel is doing a donathon.
Oh, hell yeah. Looks like, let me see who let's see. Boysen's on. That's interesting. Arktrys is on. I think we should probably avoid those channels. That might be dangerous. Actually, if Zeph's doing a donathon, day 2 of donathon, yeah, that sounds pretty good. We can
Yeah.
go raid Zephyr. So, Ark, would you mind just typing Zeph's full username into the Discord for everyone?
Oh, yeah.
And then we can all copy and paste it into a raid thing. So, chat, thank you so much for everyone coming in. Thank you, Jack, and thank you, Pon, for the raids. Thank you, Puppet, for the follow. And if you guys are not already following all the people who are here guesting, what's wrong with you? Go to their channels immediately and show them love because they deserve it. They're all super cool. And you'll see me in their chats because I like hanging out there too. And we are now going to raid out to a good friend, Zephyr Rebel, Arcanine Zeph, and he's doing a donathon, so we can go and hang out and support that. So goodbye, everyone in chat. See you later.
Chat.
Stick around for the
Bye,
raid.
chat.
Bye-bye.
Okay, chat. I'll be back later.
There we go. Ending screen.
I'll be right
No
back.
chat.
Okay. I've got to go
Bye,
have some
chat.
dinner and stuff, and then I'll be back. But for now, I'm gonna go raid Zephyr. Please say hello to them. Thank you so much for coming by today. I'll see everyone next time. Bye bye.
Excellent. All right. I'm on my ending screen and I'm getting the raid set up.